I gotta listen to that shit. That
Rhythm.
motherfucker funny.
Okay.
It's a handicap match.
What?
Ooh, thank God I got off early. It's raining like a motherfucker outside.
All right. We are recording. We are live. Welcome, everyone, to episode 4 of the Critically Unfocused podcast. I am Blake, I guess the host. In the top right-hand corner here, I have Jamal.
What's up?
What's going on? Yep. Bottom left-hand corner, have Tyrell.
Tenant.
Bottom right
like the
corner,
Brady Bunch.
we got Tonio. How's everybody doing this week? Let's start with, let's go in that order. How you doing, Jamal? What's going on? What's up with you?
I'm good, man. It's my weekend, so shit, I'm just chilling, just playing the game and chilling. That's about it. We got the sad news of X passing today, but hey, man, still just trying to enjoy the weekend. It's a shitty Friday, though. It's a bad start.
Rest in peace to a fucking legend.
Yeah, it sounds like y'all got rain on a day when he can make some rainy ass music sometimes.
Yeah, some of the best rainy.
It's raining there.
It was raining a little bit.
It's
just
really
started.
nice out
It's
today.
not raining here. We're gonna get to that later in the show. Not to cut you off from your feelings.
No. Yeah,
we
for sure.
we will definitely pay his dues. Tyrell, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Other than, what Shakur touched on, it's been a solid week. Been on the bike a lot this week, trying to get it right, get it tight for the summer. Have my thighs out on the beach, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's been good, man. Shit's going good. Work's good.
Talking about Washington beaches?
Mind your business. We traveling. I'm getting vacued. You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
Yeah, we traveling.
You gonna pick a day to go out there? It's gonna be terrible weather. Having to meet every time to the beach in Washington.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's always cold. There's rocks on the beach. No, I'm good.
Yeah. How about
Fuck yeah.
Tonio? How you doing? You got the incense burning? You cooling it over there?
My week was all right. Nigga, I'm about broke. Giselle's birthday was yesterday, so I ended up getting her hella shit and took her out to dinner yesterday. And we went to some nice ass restaurant. They gave us like literally half a serving of food. But other than that, everything was good though. They gave us it was some ribs that were bomb as fuck, but they gave us like literally like 3-4 ribs.
So you said her birthday it already happened, or you're buying stuff for her birthday?
Oh, her birthday was yesterday.
Okay.
I gave her stuff like one day throughout the week, each day, and just started giving her stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool though. So
How much that
other than
fancy-
that, my week's been good. Besides the news happening today, but other than that,
I see you
Everything's
got a plug on the fake polo, huh?
Oh my God.
this is fresh from Macy's, bud. Sorry.
All right,
Tonio, if you don't mind me asking, how much that fancy dinner like run you? 'Cause I've never been to like no fancy restaurant like that, so I don't be knowing like how much.
Well, this one was roughly like $70, but it wasn't.
Oh,
because she got wine too, though. Yeah, so it wasn't bad. But dishes was like $25 a pop. That's expensive to me. It ain't like
Hey,
y'all.
no.
look at y'all
Yeah,
faces and
no,
shit.
it's all relative.
I thought you spent like hundreds of dollars or some shit.
Oh, for her birthday, hell yeah, but
I'm talking about
for like
alone.
oh no, that dinner was about that much stuff.
I thought you dropped like $300 on dinner or some shit.
25 is expensive to me for a meal. If y'all spending over 25 for an entree, have it.
You got a point.
Yeah.
You go to the nice ass restaurants, the more you pay, the less food they give you.
Nah, that
should be
ain't always
nice.
true. That ain't always true.
It depends.
You've been to the Met.
What is the Met?
Yeah, where's that at?
Nah, I ain't been there.
Haven't you
I ain't
been to
got
the
money
Met?
like that, Brody? Nah. I think we're gonna go there one year for Amira's birthday. We ended up doing something else.
Okay, it's
Where's
in
it?
Seattle.
That's that tax bracket. That's that tax bracket talk. Yeah.
I've only been there once on my own, but
I've heard they run it.
yeah, the price is crazy, but they don't skimp on the food and everything. Like it tastes like money. Like that ain't even like
That's what I want.
That's the type of place we thought that place was. The dude was like, yeah, man, if we give you too much food, just let us know because we're known to give out good amounts of food. I'm like,
They said that to you?
Yeah, and I'm like, do you see my size?
I was gonna say you should have looked down and be like,
Bro, you can't be looking at my torso saying this.
You gotta be on Impractical Jokers right now. What's going on?
Yeah,
what's good with you this week, Blake?
What's
with you?
It's been a up and down sort of week. I've been like battling some sort of like, I don't know, like stomach like bug and just weird health shit. But
It's that 5G.
I don't know. I mean, if it was the 5G, I wish my phone would pick it up. Like, if only fucking me up right now.
Good ass reception.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, it's been cool. Work's been chill finally. Like I've been getting pressed for like shit for months on end, and I'm finally like in a calm place with that. So that's cool. That makes everything else easier. There's not really been much going on though. It's been my daughter like can stand up now, but like not on her own.
Oh
like,
shit!
Like crawls up on you and stuff. So that was really cool.
Yeah, she gonna be crip walking before you know it.
Maybe. Oh,
yeah, I'm gonna send her some tutorials through her iPad.
Just send her OT Genesis videos.
That's advanced. I need a little earlier. But yeah, other than that, nothing much, man. I paid off a credit card, and that was cool.
Swag.
Saw that show up in like my experience credit check thing. I was like, yeah, look at that.
Your credit score loves your payment history,
boy. And now I'm looking at like motorcycles. Not that I'm gonna get one anytime soon. Like probably like in a year.
Yeah, he getting one.
Yeah, he about to get the Tesla bike the day it dropped.
Nah, that's scary because like that much torque, like on demand instantly, like I'd die. I'm getting something.
They make bikes now?
They will eventually.
Sure.
Probably. Harley makes an electric bike. There's electric bikes out there, so I'm sure Tesla will get in the game.
You're gonna be on your biker boy shit. You been googling biker clubs out there?
No, that's not anytime soon. It'd be like probably like a year from now if I don't like buy like a super cheap one like used on Craigslist. Nothing fancy.
Blake about to dye his beard gray and get a Rough Rider vest.
I got a short ass commute, so it'd be cool. I don't have to like get on the freeway or do anything wild. So
you're gonna hit like 60 on a innocent bystander right next to you, just skirt off and down the street.
I go 60 right now in a tank on my way to work. So like if I go 60 on a bike, it's much less dangerous.
I'm scared of bikes though. My big ass. I don't think I'd even want to try to sit and balance on no damn bike.
I weight limit bike. Definitely have been too, but like it. I don't know.
Them big old white men be on them bikes. He be straight.
That's the so.
They be on them bikes though. Them big
There's
Harleys.
Variations. So this like them big ass Harleys they be on. They might weigh like 700, 800 pounds. But like. You can buy a bike that weighs like 300 pounds and be on the road like right next to them. So it's like there's hella variation on like what it feels like to ride these bikes because you're talking about something that weighs twice as much as another one, and you can't really balance that well when you're stopped on a big one. Versus a small one, you can weave in and out of shit and stuff like that. So there's a lot of variety. I've just been learning a lot, but that's
You see, you better get a bike in like 6 months.
No, that's the problem. I can't look at things and not buy in, so I need to stop myself before I do end up with one and get in trouble.
I was about to say, I know you way too well. He about to be like, damn, I just went and did a thing today.
Bro, come on, he gonna come on the pod with a fucking helmet on the whole time talking to us.
I'm gonna start a new pod with Buddy called Biker Boy.
I hate you niggas.
Buddy has a bike.
Yeah,
I don't know if he got it back.
Didn't he get hit by a bumper car and now he can't go to work?
I thought an ice cream man hit him.
Oh my god, Doug.
A Fiat re-injured him and he hadn't been to work in like 6 months.
He said a Fiat.
He said, CJ, jump on the train.
You got one job, CJ.
Buddy did that. You think Buddy like flipped over when he got hit?
No. Oh no, he did say he got like thrown from his bike. I remember I had to like help him get all his shit fixed. You can clown our man on the pod. Leave him alone.
He's like one of our 6 listeners. So let's stop.
I wonder how many times he said folks when he got talking to the person after they hit him.
Don't ask why we got a 1-star review after this.
I want to tell that story. Oh my god. Full time.
All right. Anyway, so hey, what y'all niggas been playing this week?
Buddy had a bike for 3.5 days.
He had a 10J trial on the bike and fucked it up.
He had 10 tags on the shit.
If you get in a deadly accident in 10 days, we'll give you all your money back.
Oh my
the
God.
9 days back.
Yeah, he was still in the customer satisfaction guarantee window. He took it back to the dealership.
My nigga did not read the fine print.
Effective.
He had the AOL disc internet trial.
He still had the plastic on the lights.
Oh my god. Buddy done watched the DVD before he done rode that bike.
We watched 2 YouTube tutorials and bought a bike. shit like remember the little insurance fraud you could do on Saints Row? That's what this shit is.
Yeah, you sitting there injured, listen to the roasting on here.
You run in front of some shit, hit L1 and try to like get in accidents.
You just fucking ragdoll in the middle of the street.
You're not saying Buddy tried to scam the insurance.
Buddy getting workers' comp, stimulus, unemployment, bikers insurance.
Hey, he's known for one thing and one thing only, scamming. So I don't get it how you can, man. I don't
get like a month of disability. Cool.
Shout out,
sick, bro.
I'm just happy he was okay.
Yeah,
shout out my buddy,
killing him. Shakur probably set that up for the mailman to bump his back tire like that.
Oh, man, shout out to Buddy, man. Shout out to fuck the post office, but shout out to the post office at the same time. I'm glad Buddy's okay. That's my dog. Shout out to Buddy. We gotta call Buddy one day on here and just tell him we're sorry because we be talking shit about him.
You be talking shit about him.
I fuck with Buddy though. That's my guy.
I think I started that. That's my fault.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. What you nerds been playing this week? Anything new? Anything fun? Me and Blake got a little bit of Breakpoint in for like 2 hours the other day.
Yeah.
Complicated as hell.
It is kind of.
I'm about to start Rainbow this weekend again.
Get Breakpoint.
Is it a P5 game?
It's on both.
Nah, it's everything. It's everything.
I can play. You guys can run with me.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't tell nobody. Nah, it's only on PS5, bro.
You guys are sick. Hey, maybe since you... Never mind. All right. Anybody else been playing anything fun?
I'm still playing Yakuza Like a Dragon. It's pretty good. I like it. I started playing... Oh, me and Blake downloaded Zombie Army 4. We was playing that today. It's a free game on
That
Plus.
shit is fire.
Yeah, it's 4.0. You gotta download it.
Is that a P5 exclusive?
Oh, my
God. No.
We gotta just start the podcast app with Tonio after the game part, so he don't have to ask us that no more.
How about y'all ask me first since I'm the first gen, and then we can go from there.
Tonio, something you should know: PlayStation 5 exclusives really don't exist right now. So everything we're talking about, you could probably play.
All right, yeah, we always
there we go. Shakur the bitch. So you're bad. So yeah, I'm gonna download Rainbow. Well, I already downloaded Rainbow. We're trying to get you to play though. Mac hit me, Blake. We were talking about getting our Rainbow again.
I think that's one I own on disc, so I need to make that happen. Put that in, get that done.
Yeah, I'm ready to get back in. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I had, bro. I was moving and I seen I had 2K18 on disc, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Jesus Christ!
Damn. I have Division 2 on disc.
Kyrie. I think it's Kyrie.
Kyrie
got a cover.
Kyrie ain't on no.
Yeah, because he did have a cover. Yeah.
Damn.
Remember, because it was right when he got traded to the Celtics. Because there's
his first show. Was that 2018?
Ship out the covers, wasn't it?
Yeah, I do remember.
It was 2019 now, wasn't it? Was it 2018?
No, 2019 was Giannis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be right.
Yeah, it was him on the Celtics. That's when I heard.
Yeah, I was about to be on the next cover of Madden somehow.
Were y'all playing Madden when they had him on there?
Yeah, I have no idea why. Yeah, why were they on that game? The fits were fire. Yeah. The Greek outfits they had were fire. No idea why they were on the game.
The Yard had excellent gear.
You just gotta have hell of that currency to buy any of that stuff.
Yeah.
EA has excellent gear because I remember Live used to have some shit too.
Oh yeah,
the NBA Live be having the best clothes on there.
The EA games are like the best at doing everything outside of the game.
Why don't they just collab? Why don't they just collab or some shit?
Because they don't care. They have no reason to. We
they
don't buy
both
this
empty
shit.
our pockets doing it separately.
Yeah.
Gang up for that.
You can get their own money, bro.
Oh my god! I didn't tell y'all. I'm in a Facebook group that Buddy added me in. Shout out, Buddy. It's literally a NBA Live exclusive Facebook group, dog. It's like literally like legit Stan Live fans, bro, and that shit is crazy.
She told me he's playing that on Xbox, maybe like last year, or the year before. But he was like,
they so faithful to that game, bro.
Y'all was joking about the car accident. Is he okay? Why is he playing that?
Bro, he deep on it too, though. It's not like he has like legit players on there.
Why?
Bro, no.
What's the purpose?
I think you just have to like genuinely like the sport or some shit. I don't know. Love basketball different.
So weird. Like just watching it because I haven't played live in probably 3 years, but like whenever I watch something on YouTube, it just moves like so weird.
I don't think there's been a live for 3 years.
That was the last one, I think.
I bought that one at like $2.
Yeah, I'd download them and tell myself.
And I wanted my money, but it sucked ass.
I mean, the way they build your player and stuff though is way better than 2K.
Everything but the game.
Yeah, literally everything except actual gameplay on live. On live has been like really good. Whether it be like the commentary, the menus, the soundtracks, like
EA, their whole shit has been sports, and the rest of their games, like the gameplay is great, or at least good. I don't know how they drop the ball in sports like that. It's incredible.
I think a lot of it too, like with EA, they like a lot of these big game studios are game production companies. They have a bunch of different studios, and they have them be responsible for shit. But eventually, I think just money becomes like to take over everything else, and maybe like the talent leaves those smaller studios that they have in house, and they don't replenish them the same way, and the games just die.
That sucks too. Well, they should just go to just finesse somebody from 2K Studios and pay them a bag to help them out or something with that gameplay.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that's what EA did at one point. They got Mike Wang from 2K, and then
they brought Mike Wang over.
This was like NBA Live 09, I think 08.
Oh, so
back in the day, and then he went back to 2K for the 2K11, 2K12, where 2K again was like back on top. So it's like you go and poach some talent, they get your shit right, and then they go somewhere else and whatever. That seems to be the trend with a lot of gaming shit. But I hope, I don't imagine they will, but I would like to see these yearly sports titles follow like what Call of Duty's been. Like, let somebody else do it every year so you can put out a quality product year after year. But again, we buy this shit every year, so there's no, like, what's the incentive?
Yeah, no, it's true, man. It's all about money, bro.
I feel like as long as you don't fuck up like the base like gameplay part, I can tolerate a lot of
it.
As
I can play some football. So, I can play some football with my friends. That's all I care about.
Yeah, this is true.
I did not want to get Madden at all, and I put plenty of hours into the yard this year once we all got it.
Oh my god,
that shit is fun. And if they keep working on that, they have something.
Dog, I have a Madden franchise on my computer with the Detroit Lions. I'm like in year 2031. I've played every game.
Oh my god,
that's on my computer.
I've already have up until like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I already have like 4 of their franchises like on the PlayStation. So it's like,
oh my god.
It's an easy time sink to play, like, even while you're doing something else. Like, I like to watch shit while I play games, so it's very easy to do that. I drafted this running back from Auburn. I didn't sign him back though, but he got to a 99 quick. I didn't sign him back, so I'll let him walk. I'm not paying you $40 million a year to run the football, sir.
Look at you. When the last time you played PGA, Blake?
A minute ago, but it's installed. We can run that too.
Oh yeah, I need to run that.
I'm gonna be terrible because that's definitely a game you got to stay on to keep your skills up.
Fuck yeah, I suck at like trying to hit it straight though. Like the analog, I cannot hit that shit straight. I said, bro, I think I'm gonna fuck around and buy my.
You have a hard time.
You should buy a PS5 instead.
All right.
Yo, what you call? What about what? Like,
oh, you said
yeah, I can play the Yakuza, and
he's been in the arcade.
Yeah,
porn game.
All right, give me 2 minutes. So, like, the main character, right? So he's kind of an orphan. So he was born in this place called like a soap land. It's like one of them Japanese like things, whatever. And his mom, the woman that had him, left him there. And then the owner of like the massage parlor spot like raised him. And then he got murdered. And then he wanted to be a Yakuza. So pretty much like,
where she work?
It's like one of them massage soap land things out in Japan. And then he does 18 years. He takes a murder rap for like the head of their Yakuza boss. And then he gets out of jail. And then like they all like snitched and all this other stuff, like his old gang. And then like his first job he gets is like being him and this homeless guy, they become bodyguards for like some prostitute business. And that's where I'm at now. That game's wild, bro.
Is this your favorite part so far?
It's the beginning, but it's interesting. Like it's just fucking nuts.
Those games sound hella detailed and fun. I've never.
No, they are hella fun.
I haven't touched one since Xbox One, like the first Xbox.
Nah, yeah, this new one's a shit. I know. I highly recommend it. Shout out to Japan.
Are they linear? Like, do you need to?
Nah, this one's a whole new story, so you don't need to play another ones or nothing.
The other ones are linear though, aren't they? Like it's a continuous storyline.
Yeah, so like there's like 6-7 games that follow like that storyline,
and there's like prequel games too.
Yeah, so there's like 1 through 5, no 1 through 6, and then there's like Kiwami and Kiwami 2. So that's like what, 7 games, something like that, or 7, 8. Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
And these games are Japanese audio, English subtitles.
Yeah. On this newest one though, they have an English version or English audio, but I just got it in.
It does. I don't like watching stuff like that when it's not meant for because it doesn't sound right to me.
Wait, so Tony, you do sub not dubbed for anime?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn. I need a friend.
You be watching? I can't watch some shit dubbed because like the voice actings be like so bad. Like it's just how they cast it. Like that's why I couldn't get into Naruto. Like when I first saw it, like the main character who did Naruto's voice is so fucking annoying. I was like, I will never watch this.
But the thing is,
and now you've watched every episode.
Yeah, if you
I've been watching
the other side of it, then you have nothing to compare it to. And if you can tolerate
the voice is so bad. Like some of them, like voice, man, like it's ridiculous.
So like. I guess one of the most popular ones is like Dragon Ball Z, right? A lot of people have a problem watching that subbed because the voice for Goku
is hella annoying. It's super
annoying.
whiny,
and he talks more than any character probably.
That's the only one I watch like dub. Really, I watch Dragon Ball dub. Yeah. Well, Yu Yu Hakusho's a good dub too, though. That's like one of the best dubs.
And I think I've got used to dubs just because of like Toonami, where I saw Yu Yu Hakusho for the first time. Yeah. So that's like my go-to. Like, and I again, like I like doing other things while I watch shows and stuff. So if it's
and you gotta pay attention because the subtitles. But the thing like dubs be like they be like months behind, so it's like damn, like like if a show ends in like January, like the dub might not come out to the summer. So I was like, shit, I just watch that shit sub. And then like as soon as it comes out in Japan, like all the little streaming websites, they get it like 6-8 hours later with like subtitles and shit. So
it's insane.
Speaking of anime, the Demon Slayer movie comes out in 2 weeks. The Demon Slayer and the movie trailer.
We have a TVs and movie section, sir. Are you trying to?
I'm just saying, man. I'm ready.
This brother's starving.
Yeah. You horny as hell talking about Demon Slayer though. We'll get to it though. I ain't leaving you out there.
Set up a little bit and everything. Calm down.
For real. So Tyrell proposed this question based on an article, but does Sony need an answer for Xbox Game Pass this generation, or should they stay like focused on console loyalty, just trying to build up their customer base and all that stuff? What do y'all think?
Yeah, I was thinking like looking at Xbox Game Pass, like we talked about it a little bit last week. For certain titles, like if you can afford to have both, it looks like there's a lot of incentive. Like grab an Xbox because you'll get games like MLB The Show where like you're not super worried about. Like I can get an Xbox One S, Xbox Series S, whatever the little one is. Like I don't really care about the like video quality of that, and I can have the game for free. Games like that, where I'm going to spend $60-$70 on PlayStation, seems like I'm now incentivized to go get one as opposed to sticking here. So I was thinking like. And we kind of talked about last week, like, does PlayStation need to answer? And they probably don't yet. But 5 years down the line, where it's like, damn, if I can get every sports title for free, if I just own an Xbox and pay $12 a month or $15 a month, like, why wouldn't I have one? So I would hope they would come out with something. Well,
they already have their answer though in PlayStation Now. Why does that not?
Kind of, because those games aren't like day. Those games aren't day and date. Like you don't get MLB The Show day one on there for like just your subscription.
They just added a big title to it. Like
sure, but I'm just thinking like Xbox Game Pass is like essentially every Xbox game ever. Like you can get every Xbox game that's ever been made on there for a subscription. Download it. You have access to it for like 60 days offline or whatever the case is.
Like now too.
When I was reading through this article, it didn't seem like PlayStation
Now first-party titles?
The effectiveness. I'm not even thinking so much about the first-party titles. Like doesn't Xbox Game Pass have
with Game Pass? It's like you get all their first-party titles day and date when it comes out. I guess PlayStation Now is not doing that. They're not there. So I guess you're right about that. But a lot of like their backlog of like first-party titles,
and that's kind of what the article proposed was like PlayStation Now does some of this stuff and doesn't do it the same way. And I like PlayStation Now kind of already have that infrastructure, so I'm sure they can build it to where they match it or merge it with PlayStation Plus so that there's more incentive for us to use it. But like I think I downloaded PlayStation Now when it first came out, touched it one time. I know it's gotten better since then, but like what's the incentive to download it. As opposed to Game Pass, it's like, shit, do I need to go get an Xbox now? Like, I don't know. Imagine people are like, oh, I'm on Xbox, but should I grab a PlayStation so I can get the PlayStation Now catalog?
Something that also I've heard from like you and Jamal, because with the PlayStation 5 too, the biggest thing that you guys said jumped out to you when you started playing things on the PlayStation 5 was the frame rate. That was like the easiest to appreciate difference of the graphical power and all that, right?
Yeah.
The Xbox Series S is capable of doing 120 hertz or 120 frames per second at up to 1440p, I believe. So it's not 4K, but at the same time, like frame rate is the thing that really pulls you in. Like,
yes, it does.
So having the option to go back and forth, 4K has not mattered to me at all. If I can have it in 60 frames per second, I don't care about resolution at this point.
Frame rate, man, that's the difference.
Yeah. So I do think that with Game Pass, with the price point of that lower tiered console, the Xbox Series S is a very good buy.
What's that? $299?
It's $299. It's usually in stock most places if you're looking for it. Costco has had it in stock for like 2 weeks now with a controller thrown in for $339.
Really?
Yeah.
Like Game Pass could be a console mover very soon. Like if I'm thinking like if Shakur wants to buy his little sister a console because she don't got one, like I'm gonna get you an Xbox so you can get everything without even needing to buy a game. I'll give you $10-15 a month to
I've
get all
put
your
one
shit
in
on
the
there.
cart like 4 times. Because the other part about the Series S that's like intriguing to me is the emulation portion of it. Because I guess on Xboxes the development portion of it that like people used to like actually make games, it's you unlock it by like paying like $15 to Microsoft on a website and like registering your console, and then you can switch back and forth from it. And when you do that, you go to the other side, you can load any app that is on the Windows Store. And on the Windows Store, they have emulators. So you can load an emulator from the Windows Store to your console and play literally any other console that has been made
I didn't know that.
up through the PS3.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy for that price tag.
Yeah, so you have like every single console up through the PS3 that's ever been made inside your living room in the Series S if you want it, like with just a little bit of extra work. Like it's pretty insane.
And like PlayStation's got me with their like PlayStation first party titles are far and away better than what Xbox offers in my opinion. So like I'm loyal to that console, which is why I brought the question up. Like I'm gonna keep getting PlayStation because I want to keep playing God of War, keep playing Last of Us, keep playing Uncharted and all that stuff. But if there's a console out there that's like, hey, for all the other titles, we have that shit, and you just got to give us $15 a month, I'll feel a lot better about doing something like that. So I'm interested to see what. And I was listening to a podcast today, and they talked about the original developer, like lead developer for God of War, was on a Twitch stream and said that he was told from a Sony employee that they have a counterpunch coming to Game Pass. So I'm sure something eventually is in the works, but who knows what the fuck that is. That's obviously not enough to get us talking. But
look like?
Yeah. And they have the infrastructure with PlayStation now, so we'll see where they go with it.
I will say, I think through the time that Microsoft has been competing with Sony in the gaming space, they have probably been the better innovator. Sony is part of like the old guard, I guess, because they kind of took over things with the PS1 and especially the PS2. But as far as like how the first implementation of Xbox Live and then its evolution on the 360, that was always better than what Sony offered. Sony finally caught up on the PS4 in that regard, but when it comes to implementing new things, it seems like Microsoft just seems to do it better, especially like we got Game Pass here as another example. Sony playing catch up. We'll see what that looks like. I think this first implementation, which was probably PlayStation Now, didn't look too good. Whatever they plan next will probably match the bar that Microsoft set, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Game Pass is definitely a good deal though. Like I have it. Like when I was on my Xbox a lot, like there's a lot of games on there. Especially if there's no reason to have Game Pass if that's your main console to like game on, because it's like what, $15-$16 a month.
Yeah.
And all their like first party stuff is gonna go on there. Like even good games that are first party that maybe came out like 3-5 months ago. Like a lot of that stuff is gonna be on there.
Yep.
Like it's the best deal in gaming.
A lot of developers are like picking to launch on Game Pass as well when they like making like an indie title just so they can reach more people, not have to necessarily sell them on their title. They can just sell them on Game Pass.
There's so much on there, like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, they've already really laid the groundwork for like like you just said, like why would I not just develop shit for this?
Sony is
like that's always been the thing is people develop shit for Sony because they have the user base. everybody's going to play your shit there if you put it out, or you're going to get a larger install base out the gate. But why wouldn't you put it on Game Pass if everybody got it?
Yeah.
At least Sony is like kind of known that they're behind in that, and they definitely like made changes for like PlayStation Now. Because remember when PlayStation Now first dropped, you were streaming the game,
Awful. Yeah. It
so it was like a delay. Cause I remember I had that trial, and I was like, "Yo, this is shit." But now you can like download the games, and it seems like there's more stuff on there. It's clearly behind, but I don't even know what the price point is for PlayStation Now either. But
I don't know. I'm just seeing that they have a PC version of it now too. I didn't
Yeah.
realize that. Yeah, I've had PC Game Pass on and off for like the last like year, but yeah, I had no idea PlayStation Now was on PC.
I want to say it was like $12. Honestly, I think that's what I was saying, or $15 or something like that. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they just got
Speaking of which,
free.
my dumbass little brother, having my grandma take him to GameStop to buy a year of PlayStation Plus, and accidentally bought 3 months of PlayStation Now somehow. I'm like, yo, how did you even make the mistake? And knowing that it's significantly cheaper, like you think you're getting a year of PlayStation Plus for
he was hype as fuck. Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah. And then he texted me, I was like, dude, I can you help me out? I bought the wrong thing.
never
And scratched the code. I was like,
the stores.
You
bro.
talking about CD
You can
keys?
always find them cheap online.
I don't want to talk about it. I've bought him, like, I go to Fat Kid Deals, I get all this shit for super cheap.
Or CDkeys.com, it's always on sale.
Yeah,
like I always get it on sale, and he's impatient.
Y'all want to sponsor
And
us?
he's like,
hit us up.
Holla.
We'll take
Holla.
it. Oh my god.
I got a year of PlayStation Plus on CD keys for like $30.
Yeah, I think I paid like 27 for the last one, allegedly, in case Sony's worried.
I've never even heard of this website. Homies are y'all.
BDBs.com. So something we've all wanted to get to in person, but E3 this year is going to be all digital.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Magic City.
Can I tell y'all one time?
Jesus Christ. Hey, we can go to Magic City this weekend.
So in 2015, I like made up like a fake business and registered on E3's like website so I could buy tickets to go to E3. Had them in the cart. Was like, I was just gonna. It was called like a podcast about nothing or something. That was the name of my business. I put like the tickets in the cart and everything like that. I was just gonna take the L and put it on a credit card and go because I just wanted to go. It was like the same year I think I went to WrestleMania. I was just trying to like check things off or whatever. And it was the same day as my wedding, like the same weekend.
Oh no!
I almost messed up so bad.
Baby, you want to get married in San Francisco or San Diego by ourselves?
Yeah, E3 passes were like $1,200.
God damn!
But you figure, like, I always remember, like, when I was watching it one year, they gave Xbox to everybody in the crowd. I was like, okay, if I just go and like hit on one thing, like, it would be okay.
That would have been the year they were just like, yeah, free lanyards for everybody.
I'd have been so bad out there because I wouldn't even think like the price of the hotel and like eating and stuff like that, getting back and forth to the convention center, like. I would have been in that would have been spot.
That would have been on the credit card you just paid off.
It probably would have been. Europe was on that card, so I'm not even guessing against that.
That's funny.
Was Cash App out back then?
Nah, fuck no.
Cash
App's like 3 years old, 4 years old.
Damn, that's crazy.
Damn, really?
Yeah, Cash App was made by the people that made PayPal, but they just were like, oh yeah, let's find a way to give people more money.
That boy Jack.
Cash App is goated.
Hey, if you'd have did that, you'd have been top 5 all time. That's
100%. Oh, 100%.
I'd be single. I wouldn't be in this house. I'd be in Tacoma with you guys.
That's a dead deal.
I mean, we could be doing live pods. I don't know. You could have been roommates.
Oh my god.
We could be podding in the same room.
Oh yeah.
Pod from across the hallway and shit.
Getting some fits off talking about trains.
That'd be funny as hell.
Shakur really kicked off train week, and I can't believe it.
These all wouldn't be hypotheticals anymore.
Hey,
definitely following Shakur's lead.
What?
That's a nasty nigga.
Okay, so E3's all digital this year.
Yeah. Goodness gracious,
you're ill.
Who's gonna be?
Hey, Shakur, we should find that Project Pat. Let's call the boys. We should find that and see.
Hey, that would be a dope ass sound drop.
But
let's hop up.
I also E3 digital this year. I also registered us again this year. It was free this time. I didn't pay anything yet. We'll see what they say later. But I at least I filled out the we're interested form. So hopefully something comes of that. Like at least we got like a press kit or something. I don't know. We can be kind of professional.
If I get that janitor job at Sucker Punch, we in there, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's on Bellevue, ain't it?
Yeah, nigga, I applied for Sucker Punch. They couldn't have responded faster with the fuck out of here email.
Like, hey, you.
She was like, yeah, we're going in a different direction. They had to repost the damn ad, so I couldn't see it. Fuck you.
They asked for your race to enter that.
Hey, I got my... Hey, after how 2020... All right, Blake. After how 2020 went, I put my race at the top of my resume. Like, yeah, y'all want to hire diversity inclusion, bitch, hire a nigga.
Hey, before that, did you ever answer that though? Would you be like I would not rather?
Oh no, I always answer it.
I'm proud.
Yeah.
Look at you, Tony.
If I don't get it, I can say
just to see. Yeah, but you know it's crazy. I've gotten callbacks when I don't put my race though, which is weird.
That's crazy.
What do you do for your gender?
What?
Nothing. Never mind. Let's move on.
Antonio Delonte Hopper is a white man.
Antonio Marquand Hopper isn't black.
Oh my gosh!
Is this nigga's middle name really Delonte?
No,
no. Every black person middle name is like at least 2 syllables, like the something.
Oh yeah, my middle name is Deshaun. Yeah,
and mine's Dwayne.
Black as hell.
Federal.
George Blake.
Christian.
His parents like, this nigga will not be turned down for a job ever. Yeah, you will not.
You don't check you black. You definitely get like 6 phone calls from the same person the same day.
I've been messing up. I check on black every time. I need to stop.
Hey, call you the second time. Like, yo, are you sure you're black?
You should have just said
what? It's nothing like what you wrote.
Sure.
Good. That's stupid.
But anyway, so Nintendo, Xbox, Capcom, Konami, Ubisoft, Take-Two, Warner Bros., and Koch Media are all going to be at E3 this year. Sony's not going to be there. EA won't be there. Activision Blizzard won't be there. Sega will. Bandai Namco and Square Enix all will not be there. I imagine Sony's going to have something this year around that time for themselves.
Yeah, they'll probably do their own reach out thing.
Yeah.
It's about that time.
Anything you guys are anticipating seeing? I hope Warner Bros. Been having an awful year as far as like getting their games delayed. I know that, and that Harry Potter game is literally every time I hear something about it, they hate trans, gay, black.
I've heard
anything
nothing about like that, how that game is actually going to be, but just controversies around the game, and not even controversy that is within the game itself, but people reacting poorly to the game. Like,
it's not great.
That game is gonna be fire, man. As long as you just,
it looks fucking great.
Yeah,
what is it called?
No.
See, go ahead. We ain't doing that this time. I'll let you.
I know. I wonder, like, would you like create your wizard?
You think it's gonna be like Cyberpunk?
Oh shit! Nah, I wonder if they like cap off your spells and shit and your power, or like what you identify as and shit. Because you know she be hating people.
Oh my god! Like on South Park when you made like a black character, it was on hard mode.
Oh, they said the game's gonna be difficult.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck.
The people that are going to play the South Park game, fuck with that like type of humor. People who are about to play this Harry Potter game will lose their mind if they get some shit.
We'll go to Starbucks and write a blog.
I'm hoping with Take-Two being there and with how much like GTA 6 like fake leakage we've gotten that we'll hear something like the shit's in somebody's writing a script somewhere about
2 new heists.
Hell yeah, that's all it's gonna be, some bullshit.
GTA 6 is now coming to Apple TV, or GTA 5 is coming to Apple TV.
We've got a new expansion with DJ D-Rick.
Oh my god. Doing some shit like that. He has a whole radio station and shit.
There's going to be a Versus and GTA 5 collab.
Oh my god.
What would y'all want to see GTA? I seen a TikTok where a dude was like, he was like the producer, but he was like, if GTA was in this area, and he took it and made fresh ass beats with it. Actually, it was like if it was in Virginia and it sounded like a Clips type beat. But like, what would you think? Would you want GTA to be at next time if you could do it? They could do it again. Well, when they do it again. I was thinking like Houston. I would want to see GTA in Houston or something as if how it would be in that.
Oh my god.
So I would. That should be tight.
Texas. I think a Texas overall GTA could be fun, but I don't know if now Texas, like I think the cities they've established already, like LA, New York, and Miami, are the best ones to go with.
Go back to Miami. like Vice City, but just like the new technology and how it can look now. I want that.
I'm
trying to think of like
New York again.
That would be dope.
I wouldn't mind New York. Like the GTA 4 was dope. If the
we just had New York with 4.
Yeah, that was
sir. That was my freshman year of high school.
Yeah, their technology has improved like so much. Like, and I feel like Miami's just not that big. Like, I don't want to.
I agree.
Unless they make it super dense, like they go super detailed and like you can go inside.
Yeah, they can do that.
I think they would do a lot with the Everglades type like country areas outside of Miami. Yeah, like delve more like how big the GTA 5 map was, where it's like it's not just LA anymore. It's all the way up into.
It's like the state damn near how they try to make it.
So you would have a lot of rural then, because you know like the size of even Los Santos on GTA 5 was really big. Like the city was
for sure
no joke, and it wasn't like
I agree. I think Miami we're nostalgic for, but if we actually got it, they would do some of the like you're in Vice City, but we also get you the part of Liberty City or part of this other thing.
Or give me that as like an I don't know, that should have been like a DLC if they wanted to send people back to Vice City.
Yeah, man, give me some Rick James and some Michael Jackson on the soundtrack.
But you want to go back?
People that get paid.
Yeah, I want to go back like 80s, like that. Like
okay,
that
no, I'm with it now. Never mind, I'm on board.
So you want like essentially a Vice City remake is what you're
pretty much. Yeah, that's what I want.
Okay, I wouldn't be mad at that because current day Miami, like we don't have city girls on there, and that's all I really care about.
And Southside, like, hey, stop shooting at my bitch.
Yeah, oh my god. Yo, talk about a love language. God damn. She was hyped as hell to hear her talking.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm writing your face later. Yay.
I got.
You said that to her?
Yes, queen. Yes, queen.
Yo, somebody take the soundboard from this nigga. What the hell is going on?
There's a first one.
Oh,
you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Oh
my god! You are.
I don't even know what games they got coming out for E3 though.
Yeah, man. Honestly, E3, I just show what they're working on, and just can we get some new damn some real next gen titles this year before the end.
You'll seen that the one Sony got with that British chick. She's like the main protagonist.
Oh, Project something, right?
Is it, okay, yep. I thought it was called like Requiem or something.
I think
Returnal.
Returnal. Is it Returnal?
That's
the roguelike. That's
no. I'm talking about the other game where the chick seems like she's like a sorcerer or something. It's like free open world.
Yeah. It was like the chick pretty cute, floating around and all that.
Yeah. I was like Project Agatha or some shit. I don't know what that shit's called.
Project Athia.
Yeah. They probably got to show more of that because the trailer, it's a lot of her talking and stuff like that, and they do like some like show the scenery type stuff, but then it's just like 30 seconds of gameplay at the end, maybe 15 seconds. So they probably got to dive more into that. Maybe show us like a segment.
Yeah. What else?
Now that I mention it, I am excited for Returnal coming out later this month. That's the rogue. Yeah, that's April 30th. I want to say it's like the last week of the month or something like that. But getting into Risk of Rain 2 was pretty fun, so I'm excited to have like a fleshed out story, but
crazy ass graphics with it too.
And the graphics look nuts.
Yeah. That'll be dope.
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for Ubisoft's like next like steep looking game. What was that called again? Like
Riders Republic.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Microsoft has to probably show
a
new Forza title this year. I don't know if it's going to be. It should be Motorsport because they had Horizon last. So I'm excited for that. Probably new Gran Turismo around EA time. News from that. And then Kojima.
Which do you prefer better?
Been flirting with people. What series I prefer better?
Yeah, with those games.
Between like you're talking about Motorsport and Horizon, or between Motorsport, Horizon, and Gran Turismo?
Yeah. For Forza, Gran Turismo.
Forza,
they're both simulation car games, like racing games.
They're very different. Forza is more.
I thought the Horizon was the different, right?
No, even Motorsport to Gran Turismo, like Motorsport's more arcadey than Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo is like you need a BA driver to play Gran Turismo.
Yeah, I remember playing that shit like as a kid.
I thought Forza was like that
get
too.
like licenses and shit with cars.
Motorsport is definitely more hardcore than like Horizon or Need for Speed or anything of that like. But Gran Turismo is probably the next step. Then after that, you have like Assetto Corsa and like iDrive and like shit like Devontae plays like is like after that. But there's levels to it, so you can like turn up like all like the difficulties and shit like modifiers like that on Motorsport, try to make it as hardcore as you want. But still, Gran Turismo is probably like just the next step. It's like it took them so long to get like the accurate damage models and stuff inside the game because that's not what they were about. Like they were about like the driving experience and all that. They're all good games. It's just what you want.
I think that got pushed back to April 20 or spring 2021.
Really?
But then it got pushed back again because they originally had that as a launch window title, and then I know they pushed it back. So I don't think we're gonna hear anything about Gran Turismo this year.
Yeah, that's one of them titles like Final Fantasy that's still stuck in like that old style like Japanese game development thing where it's not really about due dates. It's like we're making an art piece here. It's done when it's done.
We'll let you know when it's done.
Yeah, like
don't worry about a pre-order.
They bring like a car into like the middle of like their studio floor and like rev the engine with microphones in it and shit like that, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all remember Prince said when he worked at Microsoft, the people he would talk to that worked on Forza, motherfuckers was actually going over there to like for those tracks and stuff and like taking pictures of the areas around it. And it's like they do all of that stuff there to like make sure they get that stuff. Like down back.
Forza changed the game with like this is getting like real nerdy with how they do like grip and stuff like that. So like you said, like they go over there, scan the track, they make sure like when your tire's hitting this part of the track, the grip is like actively reflected. You can look at the telemetry inside the game and all that stuff like that to see it happen in real time. And when they added like the active weather system in this last Forza game, it really changed things up too, because if you're doing like a longer endurance race and it starts raining later in the race and you didn't pit for tires, you hit that puddle, you're going to spin out the guy next to you. He might not. Like it's
bullshit.
It's pretty nuts. Yeah. They're really fun.
It'll be fun
tight, though. Yeah,
it'll be fun to see what games like Gran Turismo do with the adaptive triggers on the PlayStation 5, like with that kind of grip technology of like it's pushing back against you. That's really fun to play on. Like Astro Playroom is really the only thing that's showcased it. But
so the thing, it would need to more so be like on the stick itself and not the trigger, because the trigger is just the gas. But I do get what you're saying, because right now like I have a steering wheel and that's called like it's force feedback. But you do, when you feel your tire slipping, you have to fight the wheel to come back like you're inside an actual car.
That's tight.
Things will come though. We'll see.
And then Blake, you posted this article from Jason Schreier from Bloomberg talking about, which I was listening to this a little bit. I didn't read the full article, talking about Sony's obsession with blockbusters, starting unrest with PlayStation Empire. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, it sort of goes into what y'all were saying about a little bit. You talked about the God of War developer was speaking about that Sony was trying to have them do or implement something different. I guess it's not really related. But either way, Sony's had tremendous success for their first-party titles on PS4. It changed the landscape for them coming off the PS3 360 era, because Microsoft probably had the lead during that time, and through their own fault with how they chose to roll out the Xbox One initially with what they were proposing, it drove a lot of people to PS4. Then PlayStation sealed the deal with their first-party titles this last generation. Microsoft didn't really put out anything that pulled people back over there. Because they had so much success, they are now like putting a super emphasis on those first-party titles, and it's changing the landscape of their development studios. So Sony Bend, who made Days Gone, the reason they don't have a sequel coming out is because their development cycle initially for the game, Sony like felt it wasn't it went on too long, and they had like a rough launch. So because of that, they're asking them to spend time working on Naughty Dog stuff. And now Sony Bend is like worried about becoming Naughty Dog North, because they're not working on their own games anymore. Sony San Diego, some developers went down there from a different Sony studio and tried to start their own thing and get working on another title, but that was unsuccessful. And it's really becoming like everything's about just these first party titles, and not like it was during the PS3 era, where you had a bunch of different games coming out from Sony studios that were small and big, and a lot of variation, kind of like Microsoft has been doing right now with their stuff, because they don't have the pressure being the top dog or trying to hold on to that spot anymore. It's just interesting, I think. We'll see how it changes things, if it does change anything. But
I saw that today that they're making a remake of Last of Us.
That's
on here.
The San Diego group.
What's the point of that? Like,
so
why?
That's the question.
To make it. No, yeah, they were trying to make it initially, and I think it fell apart or something, and now they're putting people back into it.
But like, what the like? Why?
Yeah, well, it sounds like the TX1, I think, was the name of the group, and they were working on a title, got pulled into working on the Last of Us remake, which is now kind of like why we don't need a Last of Us remake, which they're full bore with. But then the new head of Sony's like game develop, or the new head of Sony, which is one of the dudes from Guerrilla Games that made Killzone and Horizon. He's asking why is this budget so big, because we don't make like remakes don't ever look like this. We've never had a budget like this, but they're remaking a PS3 game for a PS5, which has a completely different, like everything about it is completely different. Yeah, so they're pulling hella resources to make a remake for a game that we don't really need a remake for. So now their budget's in limbo, which I don't know. It's interesting to see people go from like not making remakes and remasters to leaning fully into it, but now not really needing to lean into it, because I feel like Last of Us has been remade enough. Like we had a PS4 and then a PS4 Pro one, and then they got an update for the PS5, and we have Last of Us 2 on PS4 and PS5. Yeah. I don't know if we need to be spending any resources on a remake of the first one.
I saw in here too that they think like maybe it has to do with the HBO series coming out for Last of Us, trying to I guess make this mimic that material more so, because it'll probably take its own liberties. The show will, just because that's how shows go. Like shows, TV doesn't work well with a video game script, so you got to do what you got to do there. And then you also have like the recent success of like the Ratchet and Clank remake, so there might be like a reason for it, just rather than trying to slap prettier textures on a PS4 remaster, which is a PS4 remaster from the start of the PS4. We'll see. It looks like they're trying to remake Uncharted 2, and that has a movie coming out, so everything kind of lines up with trying to push. Yeah, what's his name? Tom Holland. Yeah, Spider-Man. He's Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been trying to make an Uncharted movie since like shit.
Forever.
Yeah. Well, who was it? Mark Wahlberg was going to be
Nathan Drake.
It was going to be Nathan Drake at first, but now it's
no.
Tom Holland. And when they first announced Tom Holland, I'm like, the 16-year-old Spider-Man? Are you sure? And that's a grown man now. It's been so fucking long since
I
they
heard
announced
no one bring up Mark Wahlberg in this little recent pressure on.
Oh, we could no. Oh, in the anti-Asian.
No, man, Mark Wahlberg would have loved to have been in that Uncharted movie. You know, he gets to go around country to country and just
have with Mark Wahlberg.
All kind of things. Yeah,
he is.
Oh, hold on, let me get a problematic soundbite.
Mark Wahlberg. Let me leave the camera just in case.
I just say, man.
No, Mark Wahlberg was for fun beating up Vietnamese people in Boston back in the.
Yeah, he was on before it was popular.
Oh shit! Are you serious?
Yeah. Before
not Marky Mark.
He's the OG.
He's definitely Marky Mark. It got brought up in June, July, where all of the country cared about racism for a little bit. People were like, "Damn, why haven't we canceled Mark Wahlberg?" Because he was beating the brakes off of fucking Vietnamese elders and shit, just because. And then when he went to the cops and was like, "Yeah, I beat him because he was a slur."
He did the shit like back in like it was like the 90s or 80s, something like that. He said sorry like in 2014, like.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's a nasty
Mark
nigga,
Wahlberg
bro.
was established and doing well. Like, hey,
that's a nasty nigga, bro.
My bad.
Oh shit, my bad.
I read he got out of that because he said he was trying to audition for the next Karate Kid with Mr. Miyagi, so that's why he got out of that.
Shut the hell up! Are you for real?
No, he didn't say.
Damn. No.
You got me, dog. I'm like, damn, this shit.
Dumb as hell.
No, man, they get off with everything these days, people. So you never know what the excuse could be.
Bro, what is that? Don't play that one again.
Pass the controller.
Don't play that.
It's Nigel Thornberry.
Oh, wait, he did. Okay, I know what he's talking about now,
Why'd
bro. Wow, I'm
do
pissed off because I remember that.
Yeah,
can we jump into the TV movie section and get the fuck out of the?
You might be top 5 for that. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I definitely remember that scene because he was like presenting something and like. I remember that. It was in the movie. Yep. Wow. Shout out to Blake, man, for just bringing back a memory when I was like 10.
All right.
Sounded like my wife on a Saturday. Anyway. Movie TV. Have you guys checked out anything new in the past week or so? As far as
This
TV
is the
goes?
media section, sir. TVs, movies, podcasts, not music.
I've been watching
Top.
I've still been watching Top Boy. I'm here for it.
You plugged in?
I'm here for it. And then
You've been seeing niggas pulling out swords and shit.
no, I've been seeing
They
niggas
got
get
blitzed.
smoked.
They got
Oh, they got blitzed.
They
Okay.
throw acid on people. They got all of that.
Bro, they're body snatchers out there. You should have seen it. They was like, "What you doing, bruv? Bruv, what you doing, bruv? You want the food, bruv?" I'm like, "Oh,
the food. Do your shit, bro.
Get the teeth, bruv."
That's on Netflix, ain't it?
Yes. Y'all gonna watch it now because Tonio's watching it? I hate
you.
No, I'm not watching any. I don't fuck with British accents. I'm not trying to watch.
I'm not gonna lie to you. My mind was so fucking closed because I was thinking like nobody past these borders in America is gangster like that. I know like North America,
The hood
we
is
get it in over
everywhere.
here. Like
Nigga, what are you
these
talking about?
motherfuckers is like
Oh,
thugs. Like we only see the thugs that we know of like here because we see
that's
these
cap.
people. But
That's cap.
like they really act like it's really like typical street shit out there. That's what I'm saying.
You
They're
watch
not trying
Shadows.
to be what people are here. They are their own shit
Yeah.
and fully
Yeah,
into it.
Yeah, but
You watch Shadows. You know they be doing that in the Caribbean islands. They
was there. They was here at the start.
specifically in Jamaica.
The show opens
that
there.
was the first.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! It was,
What you seen
gotta
City
watch
of
it.
God? You know in Brazil they be getting busy.
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't never seen a movie about
First,
Honduras
you
because
see,
if you go to make a movie in Honduras, you're dead.
Tonio, when
I don't think I've ever finished Shadows like that.
dude
though.
got the
I'm not
water
gonna lie to you.
tossed on him in the prison? Did he? Oh my god! Never mind.
Oh, at the first few. Oh my gosh! Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, they get it, bro. But the thing is, though, I was looking like, how do you think it's so hard like this nigga fully clothed in jail? Adidas fits. And
Whoa,
shit.
what?
Had on like Adidas fits, like they're working. Oh my gosh!
It's
you
because
niggas.
it's
Oh,
different.
hard
Like
like that.
you know, like they won't take as much shit from you over there. Like our prison system is like,
Prison slavery.
yeah, we're at the top
Yeah.
of a list, but not the right list.
Yeah, the American criminal justice system is slavery. In
We
case
set records
anyone's
wherever we
made it
go,
this far.
bro. We face good
Yeah.
records. It's records though.
we're number one in a lot of things. None of the good ones.
Yeah, we just
I
said
was
number
talking to
one.
my barber. My barber said he watched a documentary on YouTube where they had like German like gang members come to California and was like talking and like I guess chilling with people out there, but like they had like an interview with like German gangsters. They were like black thugs out there in like
Said
Germany
California.
out there getting it in. Like what? Like
You said black thugs.
niggas is in the trenches all over.
It's 2 weeks in a row. You've been sounding real anti-black, though, yeah.
Young black thugs.
What?
You said black thugs.
Like that, but man, what was when I say German? I don't think of like niggas when I say German.
Yeah. We've been watching this show called Made for Love on HBO Max. It's just kind of fire. The chick is married to some like super billionaire tech nigga who is developing like a chip where couples can share their brain.
Yeah,
Oh, that's.
I don't want to give away too much of the show, but the show is fire. We watched all three. We watched one episode, kind of like what are we watching tonight, and then watched all 3 episodes that were up. It comes out on Fridays, so episode 4 is up. So we'll probably get to that
So
later
Made
this
for Love.
weekend.
I'm
Here
at.
for love.
Yeah, that shit is a banger. It's I think I mentioned Behind Her Eyes on last week's episode.
No.
Very fire show on Netflix. You guys should watch. It's a little it's kind of like that. What's the movie Beyonce's in? Obsession or some shit like
Carmen, a hip opera.
Oh my.
that? Nigga, no.
What Idris Elba?
Yes.
Blake,
Yeah, I know.
why did
Yeah,
I?
where she
Why
did-
did I YouTube Carmen the hip hop?
Or like the white woman from his job, like broke into the
Kai
house.
Pfeiffer was
Yeah.
low key spazzing watching Carmen. I'm not gonna cap you.
I don't think
Kai
I've ever
Pfeiffer and
seen that.
Beyonce was low key.
I've only heard the movie mentioned, the hip opera. But yeah, no, Behind Her Eyes, finished that up this week, and Made for Love, very good show. I highly recommend.
I've been watching 90 Day Fiance. It's just kind of hard.
You watching everything except the shows we talk about on the podcast. You didn't watch
No, that's
Snowfall
cool.
or what did you call it, Shakur?
I found an artist on there that's really viral.
What?
Though. He's an African
You
artist.
call shit
Trying to get to
shit.
American named Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy.
You shouted him out last week. He still ain't hit you back.
Yeah, shout out Soulja Boy. He actually retweeted me. So we here.
Okay, that's
I told him, I said, I think Soulja Boy might be the best reality TV show artist I've ever listened to.
he better than John Brown.
And he
Hallelujah,
shouted me
Alabama.
out.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
that's how I know Soulja Boy's better.
Shout out
What
to
is
MC
that?
Search.
You don't know John Brown? Hallelujah, holla back.
No,
Oh,
You didn't watch that? It was like
White
MTV, the
rapper
White
show?
Rapper Show.
no.
Oh shit!
I don't remember him. I
Wow,
remember the white
forgot
dude on
about
there
that.
who had. Is that the dude with the grill? That's the one I remember.
He literally wore brown shirts and shit.
No, yeah.
Wow,
it was
I
hosted
forgot
by
about
MC
that show.
Search from what, Third Base? MC Search was in Third Base, right, Blake?
I
Yeah,
have no
You
idea.
had the group? Yeah, Third
if
Base.
he talked about it enough, I do remember that.
Yeah, because he helped Nas get a deal, or he was one of the people that just.
God damn.
I
I don't know if Nas needed help getting a deal. I'm not giving that white man credit for that.
it was like him and like Large Professor or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
they were just in the right place at the
Left
right
his
time.
Uzi on
Fuck
the
out of
dresser.
Wow.
there.
No
Shakur,
worries.
Blake, you guys been watching anything new?
Go ahead, Shakur.
I've been watching that prison show on Netflix, Wentworth. It's like Orange is the
Always
New
watch
Black,
that
but it's
prison
like
show.
Wet wire.
I got a fetish for women incarcerated.
Yeah. So
Cord.
what is this shit called?
Nah, it's good though. Like it's like it's just Orange is the New Black, but kind of like it's just darker.
Like
yeah, it's
Oz?
grimy. Yeah, it's not all right. It's not like that. Good lord. But like, dude, like I just ruined this. But first episode, they murked the warden.
Damn.
Oh,
Damn.
quick.
First
Shit,
episode.
okay.
With the shit.
Yeah,
Hey,
and then like
I really fuck with a show that on the first episode they do something that's like
you gotta pull
got to
me
watch
in.
this. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Dark had me like that.
shows that start slow, it's like okay, maybe I'll buy in later. But I fuck with a show that's like, nah, nigga, you by the end of the first episode, Invincible. By the end of the first episode, I was like, oh, I need to watch everything. I need
I'm
all of it
telling
right
you,
now.
man, dude, you guys need to watch the first episode of that show. Just tell me why there's a kid in a prison. Like this woman has her daughter in prison with her. Like it
It's
makes no
different.
sense.
Like every country's not the same. Like
I-
you gotta
shut
remember,
up, Blake.
we're the
Shut
bad
up.
example.
You can't
Nah, but
explain this.
children in prison doesn't seem like a good example.
So, man,
Yeah,
I think I brought this
you
up
gonna raise your
multiple
kid like
times, but
that?
there's Netflix has a documentary
Really
about this
get it
prison,
done.
like in like Finland or Sweden or something like that, where like they have like a recording studio in there. Like people have like their own apartments, like they have like knives and like full cutlery, and they cook for themselves for their apartments because it's about rehabilitation, getting you back to society. And these are like people that like they might have committed a murder, violent crimes and shit like that, like people that actually like went way far beyond the line, and they have like a beyond low recidivism rate. People don't come back in there afterwards, so it's like they actually
That's fucking crazy.
address their mental issues or whatever issues they have, give them skills so they can like be productive when they return to society, and when they go back to society they're not like stamped and marked with an X so they're burned and can't get a job, get rent, just do the basic things you need to do to live. It works.
You give them motherfucking knives in there, and they just come out as a master knife thrower.
Yeah,
Just
like
fucking shit up.
they give them something to be proud about and make them proud about themselves and like help
I think I'm
them.
talking about becoming a Batman villain, not that. But yeah, I get you.
Yeah, man, they make them. They got
No, I know
now.
what you mean. That is crazy. We gonna have a real deep discussion one day about how the American prison system is fucking. We only see American prison system in Russia on TV, and it's like, wow, they be beating your fucking ass. That's normal.
They show you locked up abroad and show you like what happens when you're in Laos and get caught with a gram of weed.
Oh boy, you go to the Philippines to get caught with a gram of weed, and nobody ever sees you again.
No, you get your head gets stuck on a pike like Game of Thrones.
Do you know what this man did? He smoked half a rope.
Hell yeah, he's smoking his Reggie too.
He had marijuana residue on his fingers.
Yeah, I saw one on. I think Vice
Other
did
countries
it.
really don't be having gas. It was just crazy. Like we went to Mexico and niggas were trying to sell us weed on the boardwalk. That shit was
Allegedly.
trash. Yeah, allegedly. I didn't
Throwing you in prison for life for cutting open a backwood.
I didn't buy any of it.
Dude, remember that dude handed me a bag of weed in Mexico and I gave that shit to them strangers?
No.
Allegedly.
Mexico's literally a blur for me. So not
Some dude
really.
handed me a bag of weed. And I was like, I'm good. That should have had me. That shit could have been laced with fentanyl,
I didn't leave the
heroin.
house in Mexico. I was just in the casa.
Yeah, I know a nigga.
Don't
take
shit from strangers.
Took me into a back alley and he rattled a drain pipe and a midget hopped out of a fucking doggy door and handed me a gram of coke.
Dude, don't take drugs from strangers, man.
Why not?
They weren't strangers. They told us their names.
Yeah, we literally talked to them every day for like a week.
That man had a Steelers sweater on in 85-degree weather.
Shit was sweet. He remembered me when I went back a year later.
Oh my god!
You saw that dude again?
We'll talk about it off the podcast.
Okay.
Did everybody peep this week's episode of Snowfall? Who's not named Tonyo because he ain't watched any of the show yet.
I didn't get my shit off that I watched.
Oh, my bad, Blake. My bad. Go ahead.
I need to bark at Gigi. I'm barking at me. She the one.
So
watch it yourself, bitch. You got a phone. Damn.
Started Darwin's Game. Shout out Shakur for the anime plug.
Yeah,
it's a real good one. Check that shit out. It's ultra violent and they don't stop. They're hour-long episodes, start to finish.
What now?
Darwin's Game. They turned up on there.
It's an isekai.
That's what that's called.
Yeah, that's the genre when like you get put into like a game world and shit. Those are called isekais.
See, like Funimation don't even go that in depth. They put this under shonen whatever.
Yeah,
because it's a male protagonist. That's why.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. But
the other thing I've been checking out, Chuck D has a podcast about the Knicks called Shattered. It's by The Athletic. It's probably on all platforms. But they're only 2 episodes in so far, and he just goes like the history of the Knicks, like from the collapse of the '90s Knicks to today. And they got 2 episodes out. They have the talk about why the '90s Knicks were so loved, what made them special, and then the Dolan family business, like the Dolans coming in and buying the team, and the downfall and why everything fucking sucks. But
wait, did the Dolans buy them in the '90s?
I believe so. Yeah, they haven't had success under the Dolans. Yeah,
that's even funnier. Why they hate him so much.
I think initially, like it was.
I know it's his
James
dad.
Dolan's dad had the team, and then it got passed down to him.
Well, it's crazy that like the monopoly they have over that chunk of the city. Like, yeah, we own the arena, the teams that play in the arena,
the network of the arenas,
and the network. Like, you can't do shit because I think his dad was a TV guy first and owned the cable network out there.
Oh, was that?
And then. Yeah, and then bought the team and bought the arena, like did all the other shit after
that. Shit is insane, dude. Like they have a lease on the land where MSG is, but the thing is, like they can't get sent anywhere because MSG's on top of a subway station. So it's like, oh, so we're not gonna pay our rent anymore. Now what?
Yeah, we're gonna tear it. Okay, never mind.
Please pay.
Yeah, motherfucker be talking about sell the team, and he's just like, yeah, I'm going to count this $500 million I made today. Leave me alone.
So I think I'll just spend my dividends instead. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm good. Does he have children? Does Dolan have kids?
I don't know.
Hell, you know he got something.
He's down.
I just need to pass the team along, too.
God damn.
All right, so everybody talking about what they're watching this week. Can we talk about some Snowfall real quick?
Please.
Spoiler alert. If you're listening to this podcast, you know that we spoil shit.
We just gonna catch Tonio up live. That's what we about to do.
Yeah, you don't even need to watch the show.
Nope. And just make sure you could bring Giselle in to have her watch this segment too whenever we run this back. To catch both y'all up, and that'll be that. You don't have to worry about watching no more episodes. You just watch them when they come out.
Guys are funny, man. Okay, I'm gonna still watch it though.
So the minute they introduced the chick that Franklin's talking to, I knew she was some sort of. Don't correct me, please. I knew she was some sort of flip. Like, it didn't make any sense that she was so willing to be so down for this nigga. She rubbing his chest while he talking to the plug, and I'm like, nah. Franklin ain't never demonstrated this type of game before. I don't believe you.
Had him
open. And we seen in this episode as we thought that Shorty was working with Man Boy, and this is one of those. I hope this show ends before. Like it gets to the point where Sons of Anarchy did, where it was like, okay, now shit's unrealistic, because I'm not really sure where shit shakes out from here. But it's getting to a point where like every corner of the game is fucked up. Like
I think next season's gonna be its last season.
It's gotta be. Yeah. It's gotta be.
It's confirmed this isn't the last one though.
I haven't seen anything saying it is or isn't. So
no, it got confirmed for season 5.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why I think season 5 is gonna be its final season.
It can't go much longer than that, because
you
motherfuckers is like, yo, how does anybody survive this show?
Yeah, because if you especially I don't know like how much it's tied still to the Freeway Ricky Ross story, and then I also don't know his story as in depth as I've seen on Snowfall. But
you ask him, he gonna say not at all. None of it's real.
No, okay,
yeah,
but there's a lot of pressure surrounding that whole entire team at the moment, and with Reed being like a loose cannon, Leon still being a wanted man, Louis just got popped. Like everything is looking bad. It's looking terrible.
Yeah.
As soon as she popped up to the funeral late, I knew she was getting shot.
Yep.
100%.
Car
100%.
pulled up and started shooting. I knew she was getting shot.
And then
I'm
they just
interested-
made a move on the
Okay.
reporter lady, and like I'm like, man, this is insane.
Yeah, nothing ever shuts down that way. Like, yeah, you put heroin on me, I'm good. Like, I'm gonna leave you. No,
Is
she's
that what
gonna
that
keep
was?
going. I think so, because I think that's what he did with Mans in when he did that in the past episode where they drug him. They give you some type of drug where it's like, yeah, if you die right now, it looks like an overdose. Which is why he said you'll wake up this time, next time you won't, and it'll just look like you overdosed on some shit.
Yeah.
I think. I could be wrong. It could be cyanide or some shit. I don't know. But
Yeah, I figured
that
it
was a lot
like
of,
some type of agent, you know, or something.
and that was it could be a lot of it could be some bullshit. Who knows? But I can't imagine that's going to go how they think it's going to go. Alton, snitching ass Calvin, I should call him. Still being snitching ass Calvin.
I didn't realize that till this last week. I did not realize.
Yeah,
that.
no, people were talking about it on Twitter, and I was like, oh, I knew this nigga from somewhere. Snitching.
I thought it
ass.
looked
In
familiar
the
too.
stairwell when
Yeah.
Ace came home, he's like, hey,
Hell
man,
yeah.
take this.
That's funny as hell. Though. I'll be seeing them memes all over. I was like, damn, this nigga's still on the same bullshit.
And one thing
I feel
unrelated
you.
to the show, boy, I hate that all like TV hasn't synced with how the internet works now. So I got YouTube TV, and you can't watch like Snowfall comes on at 7 or 10 p.m., but it comes on at 7 on the East Coast. So if you're on Twitter after 7 p.m.
just
West
get
Coast
off.
time, you need to get off the internet.
Oh,
Which is like, I don't mind like dodging spoilers. But it's like, shit, I can't use my fucking phone for 3 hours, and God forbid America go to sleep, and now we can't watch it till tomorrow, so I can't really be on my phone the next day because niggas be
You
like,
gotta mute keywords, bro.
East Coast.
I don't
want to
mute the words
for
'cause-
TV. For TV,
Yeah, when
sports,
I'm watching-
all that.
I want to see people's takes when I'm actually have watched the show,
Yeah.
so I just don't go down Twitter. I
yeah.
downloaded TikTok because I want to do other shit on my phone. I'm addicted.
Nah, man. You get
TikTok
to
funny as hell.
get home. I get off work like 3:30. Get home, settle down, feed the baby,
Damn.
hang out with the wife, talk how's your day. Da, da, da. Basketball starts at 7 p.m. I get to watch basketball from 7 p.m. until midnight if I so choose. Like,
Bro,
it's
that
all
shit-
there.
But see,
It's lit.
I
It's
was
lit.
just
sports
a
is
game
better
every
here.
single night.
They
Is
keep-
it's like red
Bro,
zone.
Sports
the
is
kid
better
in the
here. I
time
don't
for
know.
zone is sucked.
Y'all think Leon was rattled by Fatback's cousin that came up there that was running the
Oh,
project?
Oh,
He wasn't trying to
yeah.
fight him.
Talking about the last episode,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
no,
nigga took his shirt off and
press
it was,
level on 1,000,000.
Yeah. Nah, he was rattled.
he said, "I've been waiting to max a nigga
So
out."
what you want to do?
And
about
I
it?
got
Do the
nervous.
Damon chest.
Yeah, I got nervous. Like, oh, okay.
Because I thought he was going to fight the uncle. Because it seemed like they were kind of sizing each other up. But then I think he kind of sized up his uncle.
Jerome's
Was like, I don't
walking with his
know.
shoulders forward too. He ain't really big like that.
This is what I wanted to talk about. I wish that somebody on Franklin's team was like a real nigga, right? So like the first couple seasons, they gave us like, damn, Leon's the crazy one that really be doing shit, and he shot at some shit, but ain't really done nothing. They kind of made it seem like Jerome was going to be that, and he hasn't done.
You telling me D-Ray
Jerome
Davis ain't the
knows
real one?
niggas. Peaches is first
Nah,
off.
Peaches
I'm not trusting a nigga named Peaches to do nothing. But Peaches,
I don't know. I feel like I trust a nigga named Peaches. The whole
Peaches
It's like a
ain't
nigga who
up
do
shit.
everything.
Yo, hey yo.
Yo.
Hey, yo, you gotta
Yeah.
Yo, Peaches hasn't done
I just
shit.
wanted you to know that. If you could hear me, if it got into your brain somehow, that I spread my butt cheeks as Mike Honcho.
I. See. Hey, we gotta
Dog,
get that Pimp C one on
Peaches
here.
ain't done shit. I really like Franklin. Like he said in this last episode, I jump in front of every bullet, and he shot. Anyway, I don't know. I just wish that there was somebody that was like, because Manboy is with the shits, Scully is with the shits, and all their people are with the shits, and Franklin's people are like, so we're gonna go and have a discussion with them, and hopefully that they're, we can outsmart them. Like, no, I want at least one person on that team to like really be with the shits, beat somebody up, kill somebody, do something. Them niggas is pussy, bro.
Nah, hey, picking Leon over Manboy, that was picking Trae Young over Luka.
Facts, nigga, facts. Cause Manboy out the gate was like, God damn, this nigga is crazy and
Yo.
really crazy,
Manboy
Nah,
will do
it's-
whatever it takes for the business. It don't matter,
bro. Yeah,
Man,
Yeah,
boy,
just keep talking normal after that soundbite.
I didn't know he's like as smart as he was, but man, boy, he
Manboy is what we wanted Franklin to be. Like a real nigga. He'll up some shit. He'll beat somebody's ass, and he's smart.
He told his family, like, you know what we gonna do? We gonna beat the CIA business. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Bro. And then he said, when she doubted him, he was like, you remember what that nigga had did to you?
Yep. He said, nah, I handled that.
What did I do to him? What did I do to him? Listen to me.
Yep.
Yeah, nah, Manboy, a real nigga.
Franklin still probably got better, like, one-on-one, like, monologue moments, because when he was talking to his family, telling them to all calm down and let him handle it, like, those moments are still good.
It's when because he any nigga who loses his breath during a monologue, instantly. Yeah. Franklin be, hey, I said that shit I said.
You hear that king start tapping now?
He got shot in the back, man. His lungs.
Fuck me.
He got shot more than the back.
Bro.
Fuck, man.
All right.
Okay,
what else
cranky.
we got?
You just told everything. Okay, we here now.
We
warned you. We warned you.
Yeah,
We're-
how did y'all just casually talk to that weird ass soundbite this man put? You didn't hear what that shit said?
We're a month into this podcast, and you still have not gotten past episode 4, so I'm not really.
You ain't seen Talladega Nights, Tony?
Yeah.
You never seen Talladega Nights?
You talking
Will
about
Ferrell
Mike
movie?
Honcho?
That movie fucking trash.
Will Ferrell's not funny.
All right, relax.
I'm joking.
All right, moving on.
Fault. No, I don't think Will Ferrell's so
I capped on you guys, and I did not finish this week's episode of or last week's episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. Or what did Shakur call it? Nigga Bird and RoboCop arm. Nigga Bird.
Somebody called that on Twitter. That shit was funny as hell.
I'm like 15 minutes into episode 3, so I'm behind an episode and a half.
Hey, this episode is good as hell. You seen anybody else watch it?
I'm gonna catch up with it too.
Today's episode, no, I haven't seen today's.
Damn, I thought you were gonna watch it.
No, I watch it with Bree, and she doesn't get home till like.
Oh,
5,
okay.
6,
Well, I guess next time we'll have to talk 2 episodes at once, but it's pretty good.
I ain't seen much, so you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I know that they went and tried to break the Zemo nigga out of jail, and he tried to get try to talk the Winter Soldier. I haven't gotten to the actual execution of the try, so I'm gonna say try. But I know that the White Wolf like storyline is a thing in the comics of like and they mentioned that in that episode that I'm not Black Panther, White Panther, I'm White Wolf. I'm wondering if like Zemo is going to do something that gets Bucky to be a villain in the next Black Panther movie. Obviously, we need to watch the show and see what's going on, but I'm interested.
I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but I'm going to say this.
I'm going to spoil it, bitch.
But he's about to spoil it.
No, I'm going to say this. The Dora Milaje pop up and they beat some ass.
Yeah, she pulled up at the end of the last episode.
No, more of them. The gang comes and they beat some fucking ass.
Oh, let's go.
They beat ass.
They left him a little like breadcrumb trail of like the little vibranium beads. Like that's not the most precious metal on the planet. They be flexing so fucking hard at Wakanda. I love it.
No, I'm telling you, they pull up. They beat some ass.
Ain't that shit? Like we went through like 9 years of Marvel movies of like, oh yeah, this is vibranium. It's the most precious thing in the world. It's made of cap shield. They show Wakanda. They got like vibranium tableware. Vibranium like bench.
Nigga plates is vibranium.
Yeah. Got vibranium sports drinks. Like, what you want?
What do you guys think of the new Captain America they got?
Fuck him.
I think he's a good villain.
I hate looking at this nigga. I was telling my coworkers today, and you niggas know I don't talk like this. I don't be saying other niggas is handsome, but you can't go from Chris Evans to this smush face nigga and expect me to fuck with this Captain America. This nigga looks weird, bro.
He didn't get the juice right. That's what it is. He's not a super soldier.
He gotta be a villain.
What black?
He didn't get the juice. He's not a super soldier, is he? I didn't think he was.
He's not.
Yeah, he is.
Is he?
Didn't he?
No, he's not. No, he's a regular nigga.
Yeah, he got whipped up on that semi truck.
Oh,
and he said that when he was talking to Bucky, he said the super serum doesn't. All right. Well, Shakur clearly might know something from this episode that we don't know.
Yeah,
but he said
like
the super serum has a bad rap. Either way, unless they're gonna make that nigga's face not look like he got put in like a meat grinder or something, I need him out of here.
Yeah, he's thirsty for the love and adoration that Steve had. So if Shakur's alluding to that, he somehow gets the serum that these guys are like been trafficking around. I could see that happening because he wants that same love, and he thinks that might give it to him probably. So
yeah, man. Like Draymond said, they don't fuck with you like that. You thought you was Kobe. That's what he thinks, man. You ain't Steve.
Thought you
ain't get no retirement.
His little sidekick ain't even got a Falcon backpack. He just running around like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's just a regular nigga.
I do love how they went and got another nigga for him to have a nigga sidekick.
I feel bad for him. He got to support an L. That's crazy.
God damn it, you guys need to catch up, man.
All right, bitch.
Damn it.
Give me an hour and a half.
Hey, hey. Y'all know the main chick they chasing? That's
no.
The
Carly Montague or whatever.
Yeah,
he told us last week.
She gotta keep y'all.
I've seen her in some other shows where she had like red hair.
Like if you put on like an old banana on her face. Well, like,
can we talk about Invincible?
Hey, did y'all see the Loki trailer came out?
I did not watch it.
That looks dope.
Yeah,
why didn't I watch it?
Just to keep in mind when you do watch it, the Loki that we know and love from the Marvel Cinematic Universe is dead and floating in space. This Loki is one from another timeline, so he hasn't redeemed himself. Probably doesn't have as much of the hero qualities that, if you could say that this one has, the one that we know that died. But yeah, this is not.
So how do they make that canon? Like, how do they link that to? Because all of this stuff is going to tie into movies later, right?
Well, so in the trailer, they said that they picked Loki for this role because he's helping out like some Time Force people who are trying to repair like the branch timeline stuff that happened from the Avengers movie. They said they picked Loki for his character because they know like if he's tasked with doing something, he'll get it done no matter what the cost is or whatever, basically. So that's how come they went after a Loki to do this task.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I don't think it necessarily has to be canon for him to come back. He may never come back. He may not be in any.
They're just gonna fix some shit.
Yeah, he might just be in this show because this show with him time traveling and being involved in time and stuff like that, he can go anywhere. He doesn't have to show up in a Marvel movie.
So I'd be surprised if Doctor Strange doesn't find a way to rope that in.
And I think if they're gonna start messing with time like this, then something's going to fix all of it. That's how comics work. Something's going to put everything back in place. It's not going to be the show. It's going to be a movie, which it could be, like I said, Doctor Strange or Spider-Man. You never know.
Question. Yeah. So from watching that trailer, Blade, did you think it's just going to be like him like going back in times and like fixing different things that he kind of messed up?
From what they showed, especially when they showed like that graphic of like the wavy time thing and all the branches coming off of it, I was like, okay, then it's probably got to be like specific things that we need you to kind of address, which who knows what that's going to mess with. So it'll be interesting.
You think he going to like reinforce Jim Crow and stuff?
I'm not sure. Somebody from Asgard who lives on one of the 9 realms of the world is really concerned with social laws in the United States of America.
At some point, one of these demigods got to care about niggas, bro. Like somebody got to care about.
Zemo does.
Somebody got to care about.
Zemo does. He's not a demigod. He's just a Marvel character, but he.
Nah, I need Thor to come back and be like, "Yo, I was fucking up, bro." Like,
do you know what Thor was on in his realm? He does not care about oppression of a people. I just said Thor that was a game example. For him.
Somebody, Kratos, somebody, dog. Somebody got to come back.
A fun night out for Thor was going to the Giants world and killing all of them because they were giants.
I did play God of War.
I was a bad person.
And I need some. That's not just either way. I need somebody. Kratos, Atreus. Fucking Jesus, that nigga could do something. Allegedly,
is Jesus in the MCU? They got his rights.
I don't fucking know. Everybody got his rights.
If Spider-Man costs like $4 billion, how much Jesus costs?
He gotta be free. Everybody done wrote the book. Everybody done wrote Jesus' book. Call Mel Gibson. You can get Jesus now.
All right. No Mel here. That's where I draw the line.
All right, fuck out of here. Can we talk about Invincible real quick? We don't really got to do a deep dive on it because it's super new. That show, I cannot believe how good it is.
Told you.
Like, that cast is crazy. The first episode was some fucking... Shout my God.
Sandra Oh.
Was some wild shit.
I don't think we got Amazon. I think Giselle's parents got it.
I'll send you my passcode for $12.
I think we got it.
One-time payment.
Like $12.
One-time payment, baby. Nah, that show's fire. Everybody, like, they have a who's who of who in that cast. I fuck with Amazon Prime's like X-Ray, where you can go and see like exactly who plays. That's I can't believe Netflix hasn't found a way to steal that and do that, because I do every show. They have the X-Ray thing, so it's like you can just pull up and it's like, oh, here's who's playing this character. You can click on their name and see like what else they've been in.
Oh, yeah, that's
like
tight.
you can see their whole profile super quick.
And it'll be like people that are in a movie for 4 seconds still have an X-ray.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I I don't know if they own IMDb, but I know they have IMDb TV stuff on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
So they must have like a direct link to that. But everybody needs to have that because I can't think of how many times I've been watching a show and think, oh, I know this person from something. And you try to Google the cast and you find out how the show ends. And it's messy. So everybody needs to have the like who's who of who in their show. But Invincible's great. If you haven't started watching it, do it now. Everybody got Amazon Prime. Do it now.
Episode 5 came out today, right?
Episode 4.
No, what is?
I believe so. I was just looking at it before we started this. It's episode 4.
I mean, you put way more than you sound like, Core.
They told me to watch it last episode. I binged that shit in one day. That shit was fun.
That's good. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna watch it.
I didn't even finish episode 1 yet, but I agree with everything you're saying. I enjoyed
it. Yeah. The end of episode 1 is some of the best TV like cartoon shit I've ever seen.
Last thing I saw was when the dad punched his son in the stomach when he got his powers, and he's like,
yeah. I'm sorry. Go watch it. You don't watch anything else after we end the podcast tonight. Go watch the end of that episode. It's the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, we making good time, so I probably can get over it.
So music.
Shout out to Sandra Oh.
I know that the music is sectioned in a way, but I think we got to start with DMX, man.
That's
a fucking legend in so many ways. Really, the soundtrack to a lot of our childhoods. Like his first album dropped in '98, I believe, which is when a lot of us started really like getting into music, or your parents were getting into music, or giving you music, or whatever the case may be. At least for me, really the soundtrack to a lot of growing up, working out. You play a sport, you listen to the DMX. You lift any type of weight, you listen to the DMX. You watch Head of State, you listen to the DMX. Really just an icon that we lost, a battle with addiction for a lot of his career, a lot of his life, by no fault of his own. And he passed away today, man. And
R.I.P. man, R.I.P. a legend.
Yeah, man, rest in peace to a fucking legend, dude.
Two of y'all were lucky enough to see him in person at some point, right?
Yeah, me and Shakur went and seen him in person. My favorite DMX moment, I don't have many, obviously. Me and Shakur went to 25 Trees, which is a dispensary out here in Tacoma, where DMX, before a concert, was supposed to have a meet and greet. And he ended up not showing. We got to see our friend Sean Brooks perform, and then we got to see Dr. Dre's illegitimate son perform, which was nuts.
He was performing Dr. Dre shit too. It was fun.
He was doing, his album was called Son of a Doctor.
Yep.
And he was performing Dr. Dre songs, but kept talking about how he didn't want to be associated with Dr. Dre. Anyway, DMX is supposed to come out, right? Listen, wait. So we're in the parking lot. DMX is supposed to come out. We're like, man, fuck yeah. These bum ass niggas is off the stage. Not talking about you, Sean. Bum ass niggas is off the stage. And we look over to the corner and you see an SUV, and I shit you not, 75 niggas in Rough Rider vests and leather jackets, motorcycles, trucks, ATVs, all that at the edge of the parking lot. You see somebody hop in the thing, somebody comes out and tells us DMX ain't coming. But you know he's there because you see all these Rough Rider niggas there and they stab off or whatever. But it was like, honestly, that was good enough for me. Like, I don't need to see him perform in a parking lot, but I got to see like that whole Rough Rider ambiance that is part of the persona that he built. Like, every video was a bunch of niggas. Yeah, that shit was so fire to me. We got to see him perform the next night. That shit was tough.
Hey, you leaving out? We saw Cocaine too that night.
We did see Cocaine.
The legend.
Cocaine.
He's in License Library on a hook.
A future guy.
Yeah.
Who's Cocaine?
Shut up.
So Honey Cocaine.
I guess I have on that one that everybody like share a memory and like a favorite song from him. Just kind of want to make this like a flow a bit more naturally though. Like you just shared a story. I'm gonna kind of do the similar thing and start with what you said there with like the Rough Rider part. I did not know until this week of him passing that they were there. So I guess they were a motorcycle crew before him, but he blew them up, and then he had like stunt rider from like that inside his video, and then they saw people really like that, so they made it bigger and made it like an official organization. Now they have chapters everywhere. Even like when I was in Germany, I saw like a dude like on the base like doing like a photo shoot with his bike on the basketball court with like this Rough Rider stuff on. Like they're everywhere. So they're everywhere.
That's crazy. That logo's so hard, bro.
Yeah, it's classic. And for me, like DMX, it is the first explicit album I've ever laid my eyes on. My mom had it, and it was just inside our entertainment set, like downstairs in our house. I had never seen that logo before, like the parental advice advisory or whatever.
That's tight.
And I remember like back in elementary school, like it felt like every 4 months, every 6 months, there was like a new DMX song that was like you couldn't escape from.
It was it, bro. It was it.
He was
All over the
everywhere.
radio.
I remember my boy back then, who I used to talk wrestling with all the time. His name was Dimitri. He was a huge DMX fan. He ended up going to Wilson. I didn't talk to him like after elementary school, but I remember we used to like talk about like DMX songs all the time. I remember there was some DMX song at the end of the video. He had Ayo Kato, like that song on the end of the video, and that song was my shit just from that snippet. And I don't think I've ever heard like the full song on its own. I just saw it today on my title. I was like, okay, I gotta finally listen to this.
That was the end of Where the Hood At, right?
I
Where
think
the
it
Hood
must
At?
have been, yeah.
Yeah, because that's off Grand Champ.
Speaking of my favorite song by DMX is Where the Hood At, and I don't think I really peeped how, because you just be listening to shit and you getting into it, you ready to go, and then the verses rolled around, and I was like, damn, well, you really shouldn't be bopping this song. And I listened to it again today, and that whole first verse could not be more problematic.
He rapped it on the verses.
Yeah, when he did it with no flinching on the verses.
Yeah. Some shit got to stay where it was, and I'm here for it.
It's a moment in time. You got to preserve it as it is.
It stays where it was. Yeah,
put the message before or after, wherever you want to put it, but it's a moment.
Y'all think somebody got those lyrics tatted on them somewhere?
Shut up.
Probably, yeah, upstate New York in a prison somewhere, wherever that is.
I don't know if that's good to have in prison though. That
show
like
no love to no.
That sounds like an
invitation. Say it.
I show no love.
Not your boy. Not your boy. But yeah, we're doing favorite. You said your favorite song was Where the Hood At. I don't want to stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna just do mine. I'll pass it to someone else. Mine, probably Blackout, because I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. But
yeah,
they all like brought it. The Locks, X, Jay-Z, like everybody brought their pen game.
God damn.
Shit was fire, and that's not taking away from nothing else in his catalog because it's all fire. I'm not gonna like DMX wasn't ever like an artist that like I turned to a lot. And really what made me start listening to his stuff like on my own, like solo stuff. Y'all remember Mayo, this before your time, Tyrell, on PlayStation Xbox with us, but Mayo from Xbox, like,
oh shit.
I hope he's okay right now wherever he is today, because I know he's probably going through it. That dude, like, DMX was Jesus to him. That was his gospel.
I remember that. He loved DMX. I remember that too.
So that put me on to DMX, like really made me start listening to him outside of like the singles on the radio. But yeah, I mean, an absolute legend. Like, no, any way you cut it, any way you slice it, like, Addiction is a monster. It doesn't matter how tough you are, how whatever you got going on in your life, how much riches you got, like, it can beat anybody. So, you know, somebody out there, just shout him out or reach out to him, whatever, because that shit can get to anybody.
Any type of addiction.
Yeah, any type of addiction. No matter what it is, dude. Like, it's a disease, dog. It ain't like you can't just separate yourself from the shit because something else will take that spot in your life and you become addicted to that. So, that's just
everything.
Yeah, I know Shakur. Oh, go ahead, Tom.
I'm sorry.
Shakur, what? No, go ahead. Go. I was just talking about Shakur had put together a little, like we were talking about like a rapper movies list, and we Cradle to the Grave had gotten up there.
Belly's up there.
Yeah, Romeo Must Die, Belly. Like
even the rapper movie.
I'm just thinking. When Blake said rapper movies, like. He had a couple movies where I was like, holy shit, like, these are movies that shouldn't have been good, but we got X in them. So
they're great. I found today he had TV roles. I mean, besides, like, we brought up Moesha and One-on-One, he was on Fresh Off the Boat, like, that recent comedy was on ABC.
Yeah. Eddie Huang's movie?
Yeah. He was on there. Like, he had range, bro.
He was a good actor, bro. Like, I want to watch that new movie. He's got that, that Fast and the Furious copy, whatever it's called, whatever.
Oh, he's in one of those?
Yeah, did we watch the trailer or something? I swear
you probably did.
It's kind of like Fast and the Furious, but it's like a super cheap one. Yeah, but I'm gonna watch it.
Okay, no, I gotta check that out. No.
Yeah.
No, but go ahead, Tone. You were speaking.
I was going to say, me growing up in the South, I didn't really like grow up and listen to a lot of DMX, but when I like the time to actually listen to him and stuff, and like actually, the one thing I can say about DMX, besides like a whole bunch of artists, is that you literally got to see every single side of DMX. Like, he was a super duper gangster. We actually seen DMX shed tears, be really happy, do all types of stuff, and like you get to see him as like one of the most genuine rappers. It comes to like not trying to switch up or just genuinely be yourself no matter what the situation is.
Yep.
Face facts with who you are. No matter, well, not saying like him being like a drug addict and stuff, but like he knew that was something that he was fighting, and he still at least attempted to try to get through it. But like, I mean, like we said, you can't beat addiction sometimes when it goes through that. But DMX is probably one of the most genuine rappers that we got to see throughout our lifetime.
He really laid it all out.
He let everybody see it.
Yeah,
like he let everybody see everything.
Show too, didn't he? It was on like A&E or MTV or something like that too.
Yeah, his family show.
That was leading up to him going to jail, I think, too, or something.
I kept on going to Arizona and getting caught with like a bigger gun every time.
Yeah.
Can you blame him?
No. I mean, if you got the money and they got it, like, yeah, I want to shoot a 50. Like,
you fly ATVs around with the old white man named Buddy.
Yep.
In Arizona.
That.
I remember that. Damn, man.
It's incredible to me to see these people like Kobe and DMX pass, who we got to like grow up with, but it's in such a different era where we have like, you see people today posting so much video. Like, it seemed like when we lost, like, obviously, like Tupac and Big, we were so young, but like, there's the shit that their people had, and that's it. But like, there's so much random video of DMX just doing shit or being on TV, or nigga had fucking reading Rainbow ad libs. Like, there's so much random shit, which is so tight to get to see. Or we're
gonna see a lot more shit we've never seen.
Yeah,
it's like really dope. Him like singing like Christmas music too, isn't there? Like,
oh yeah, it's the opposite of the people every single year.
I think that was on the Breakfast Club, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Which I see people saying to like make sure you give people their flowers while they're still here. And we're getting to a point where, like, nigga, we give DMX his flowers once a month on Twitter. Like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen that video of him at Woodstock or whatever, and you can't see the end of the crowd, and it's like, damn, that's really that nigga. Like, that's really it. He's really that dude.
Like, he got his flowers, like, during the verses. Everybody was thinking, like, yeah, man, he went on, like, a 3-4 album run like no other. He got his flowers again when he was on Drink Champs last month. He was on Talib's podcast maybe like a month ago, and that's when like I first learned about how he got he said somebody in his neighborhood when he was young gave him like a blunt that was laced, and that's what started his addiction. Like somebody he trusted, and he was like tearing up and crying on there and shit. Like he broke everything down, like his addiction, how that all started with that, and how that dude like it broke his heart that somebody in his neighborhood that he looked up to like just would do that to him, and like it's sad as hell.
That's
No, it's just like even to like tell shit like that for everybody to hear on like a major platform, like that shit's crazy.
That's right.
And like as like a kid, bro, then like the shit with his like family and dealing with abuse from his mom and drug addiction and like growing up in the hood and stuff and like just being homeless and having to rob people with dogs, robbing dogs and shit and stuff. Like it's fucking nuts. He had a crazy crazy upbringing, man.
That's slick.
He makes it seem like Yonkers was no joke, bro. Like
and
at
don't
that
tell
time
the crazy
period,
ever stops for him, really.
Yeah, nah, man. Like you know, they say it takes one time. Like some drug hit you the wrong way, then you just gotta
find out something about yourself that you had that shit in you. Like
that
motherfucker can rap like a motherfucker too.
Nah, yeah. Like, do you have a favorite DMX album or song, Antonio?
Well, they don't know. I remember that song a long time ago as like a kid. But the intro to his first album is probably one of the best rap intros ever. Oh my god,
the best rap intro of all time to me. That might be my favorite DMX song.
It's my man's. That's my man's though.
Oh yeah, I know.
Like this is hard.
The industry. Yeah. Hey yo, that's my man's, and then that's that shit, man.
I like in a similar vein, probably inspired by it. I think the Get Rich or Die Trying intro is like inspired by that.
100%. You can see a lot of 50 was inspired by DMX.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah. Oh, huge influence.
And I think DMX on Drink Champ said like he thinks Pop Smoke was inspired by him, and I think Pop Smoke was inspired by 50, who was inspired by DMX. Like that really gets to go down the line. It's incredible. But yeah, fuck man, like what a legend, dude. How many people he touched, how many people really like my stepdad, my younger brother's father, God, what a nigga was a DMX stan, dude. Like, I listened to so much DMX with this dude. He bought a motorcycle to be like DMX, was wearing jumpsuits to be like DMX. And he unfortunately passed away from literally the exact same thing. Like, you kind of just going through the same shit. You overdose, have a heart attack, and there ain't really no coming back from it. So it's just incredible to see how many people he was a part of and how many people he touched. And,
did you guys know he has 5 platinum albums?
Oh,
his
first 5 albums went platinum.
That sounds right.
Dropped 2 in 1 year that went platinum.
Numbers like that when like people really bought CDs, but it's like, well, like, cause I wrote it down, like, so it's Dark and Hell and Hot. The debut went 4 times platinum. The second album, Flesh of My Flesh and Blood of My Blood, went 4 times platinum. And then there was X. That's when the lead single was like Party Up. That went 5 times platinum.
That might have went platinum several times.
That went 5 times platinum. In 2001, The Great Depression, his 4th album, that went platinum. That's the single where the Street Hoop song, Who We Be, that was on there. And then 03, Grand Champ went platinum, and that had Where the Hood At and shit on it. Yeah.
Fucking
and
monster,
then
bro.
The albums after that, like, they didn't go platinum, but like they like, I think 2 of them went gold still.
Yeah.
But and then he was on like Rough Rider compilation albums and shit and stuff. And
wasn't he in a Fast and Furious too? Like an actual one, not like
I think the first one.
I think he might have been in the first one, like when Brian went to the car.
Was he?
I thought
Ja Rule was in the Fast and the Furious.
Ja Rule was in 2 Fast and Furious. That took his car. I remember that.
Bald and black.
He a fake.
Nah, DMX was on every Need for Speed and Midnight City game. You might be thinking of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Tony was going to say Get It on the Flow. It's his favorite DMX song.
Get it on the flow. Get it on the flow.
And oh god, the legendary NFL Street fucking
NFL Street
with Young One with Young One.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, what a song!
I feel like
don't forget about his Def Jam fighter too. That motherfucker was
a monster.
A
monster.
He's 3 times. He got nominated for 3 Grammys. Never won one. I saw that.
Of course he wouldn't.
He was nominated for Best Rap Album, and then 2001. But he got 2 AMAs for Best Rapper in 2000 and 2001. So that's for his 2nd and 3rd album.
Y'all was talking about the Def Jam game. I saved sound bites from that.
Oh shit! They've been popping up today as sound bites from the game.
I don't have DMX's though, but here.
I'll send them to you.
Time is money. Let's go.
Button.
Oh wow!
Bro, do you know I watched
I got one more. Hold on.
I watched TikTok. I followed the TikTok page who did like the storyline of that shit. I watched that shit.
Is there anyone in the building that can actually fight?
Why is it all Button?
Wow.
Yeah. That's what they had.
No, that's tough.
You think those lines
actually fight?
You think those lines popped up in his head when Raekwon's people socked him out?
No.
No.
He's like, Cricket Eye, shoot
him. They blacked this shit out.
Yeah, man. All right. R.I.P.X, man.
Legend, man.
Clear out the rest of his music shit. But
when Ransom Songboy smacked the shit out of Joe Budden's homie, that shit was so damn funny.
So as far as music go, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I watched the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire verses last week, and I've been on that kick all week. I've been listening to that. The Apple Music has their cheat sheet for them, so I've been going through that, which is incredible to see how much like there's certain songs where like, okay, I know the sample that this song came from. Like Today Was a Good Day. Didn't realize that the sample came from a sample. And it's crazy how much shit links back to the Isley Brothers. Like they've been out for so long that the sample of a sample of a sample is them. The song Me and Amara danced to at our wedding is on. Like I thought it was an Aaliyah song that she sampled from somebody, but they sampled it from somebody who sampled it from somebody, which was incredible. But I've been on a little funk kick this week. And then when they put My Crazy Life by YG back on streaming services, I want to listen to that because I fuck with my nigga, and he had a line. He had a line. We should have talked about the line. We should have taken the whole album out. So I wouldn't.
Can we talk about that though?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So all things are relative, right? Like what something means to you doesn't mean the same thing to somebody else, right?
100%.
And with what happened with YG's was initially just a song, became a project on at least 2 streaming platforms, that being YouTube and iTunes, getting removed for a line talking about targeting Chinese households because they don't use bank accounts. I think it is, people always talk about like a slippery slope when it comes to correcting errors of the past, when things may have been used openly when they were wrong, and the group that was being affected by it didn't have a voice loud enough in order to stop that from happening, or they weren't threatening enough to stop that from happening. It's happened to us as Black people more times than we can count. It's happened to other minorities more times than we know about, because we're more aware of our own issues. Just that's how things work. So I 100% understand that there probably is and still is true upset about that line, because it may have caused real damage to other people, whether that be before that song came out or whether after that song came out. I think if life is not binary, where things have to happen in black and white, where if you do one thing, you got to do all these things. Life is a perpetual gray area. It goes on forever. You can look at the context of what this line was, what My Crazy Life was, where it wasn't YG saying that this is how you should live. This was reliving a day of the life that he grew up in. And it's not saying that that life is the right way to do things. And if you look at the context of who YG is and the environment he came from, that's reflective of the situation that many Black people, or many people in general, are in throughout America, living in an environment with no opportunities or low opportunities, resorting to bad opportunities because they have what you deem as guaranteed success or guaranteed betterment for yourself and your family and your loved ones. And he's talking about it, and that's all that was. It wasn't necessarily saying that, like, I don't know, like it doesn't fit the tone of what is happening today, but I understand how it became a target of what is happening today as well.
I agree.
It's a complicated issue.
Yeah, they just took keywords from there, and then the see this shit was going on, and they took it off. But like, especially like coming where he comes from, like he was just like rappers, man. Like they write the story of their lives and put it on music, and that's might have been like what he was on at the time. And still, I knew there was gonna be a quick fix. It was like going for like what, maybe a week?
No, like 48 hours, I think. Like we talked about it, and it was back up a couple days later.
That album came out like who actually is going back and listening
2014
to the album faithfully? Like,
nigga,
so fucked up. I mean, it's a good album, but I'm saying like, come on now, dog.
Getting
from
that album. That's what you saying. Who's doing that?
Yeah, like
oh yeah. Like you go play. Let's go rob some.
And that's what I kind of thought. And it comes to a point where like I feel like that's the thing with hip hop is we talk about things that are happening in the moment. Yeah. They don't age well. Like we just talked about that DMX record. Like that's how niggas talked.
Yeah.
In 2001, 2002, 2003. Like niggas still talk like that. We obviously know those things are wrong. I don't know if somebody's listening to that song and be like, oh shit, yeah, I'm gonna go kick a door in a Chinese neighborhood because they don't believe in bank accounts. But I also know we have Jewish people who lashed out about the Myers Leonard situation, where it's like, this is a slippery slope we get on where these problems start to come up.
Yeah.
But we don't censor all of them. So I think the outrage comes when it's like, I can tell you 15 different like insensitive things to Asian people that should be taken out of media. Are you going to take them all out, or are you going to target this one album? Is it doing anything when I listen to the YG album and it goes from Find a Chinese Neighborhood to Find a? Like, does that make it any different? Because it's a 7-year-old album. I clearly know what was said originally. I've listened to it 100 times. But also, like Blake said, like if that song inspired one person to kick in a door of an Asian family because they thought that they don't believe in bank accounts and they took their money, that's not right. So there's a balance of the things aren't right. We shouldn't let them do that. We shouldn't let them say that. And then as a Black person, I also get to see that a lot of Black media becomes slavery and Black plight. And we get to see all these bad things that paint us in a bad light. So I think it's a different perspective to have to look at it from a Black versus white thing. Like white folks don't look at it in a completely different way. And those are probably the people that made that decision. but I also don't want to stay
it was
like
white people. It sounded like it was Asian employees at YouTube who started the ball.
Yeah.
And prior to that, it was actually
it was
Chinese
thing,
people
for sure.
complaining about it, or Chinese Americans.
For sure. So yeah, it's a hard road to go across because I completely agree with like motherfuckers be talking about cancel culture. Like some of y'all deserve to be canceled. People talk about censorship. Some things deserve to be censored because we don't need to be hearing that. We don't need to be talking about that or amplifying that. And then it comes to this album, and it's like, did this whole album need to be pulled from somewhere because he had a line in one song?
They just pulled the song
because of that. So, but it's back up now. So I don't know. It's a interesting time we're getting in. But if it protects people from dealing with shit that they don't need to deal with, like I'm here for it. But I also don't know if it solves the problem of because I didn't hear kick in the door of a specific person. And is somebody now not going to do that because YG didn't tell them to do that? Like, I don't know if that makes a difference.
I think that we already have the tools to deal with media like this. Because we do it with movies and TV all the time. And I don't know if this... I mean, I know this happens, it seems like, with hip-hop and video games, where when things come up in those mediums, then it becomes... Should this exist at all type of question.
Yep.
But when we see it in TV and movies or even books, like we're all equipped to understand that this thing is not life. This thing is its own thing. It's a work of art. It's fiction. It's not real. And we can put it there and understand that it's inspired by real life things, but this is not a guide to how you should live your life or anything you should take something from beyond that. Like it all comes with a context and stuff like that. It just seems weird to me that, especially like with, like I said, with video games and hip hop, we're not able to do that because nobody said that. Like, and I guess I'm not.
You
trying
can listen to a lot of rock shit,
huh?
You can listen to a lot of rock shit and hear some shit that's like, damn, should they be saying or doing that thing?
Yeah,
and
I mean,
it was like
it exists
widely
there.
accepted.
My example is going to be
the thing.
like Carrie Underwood, her song about like destroying like the scorned lover's vehicle. Like nobody said that that's going to inspire people to do that. We just understood that song is like, oh, this is a thing. This is a piece on its own, and we can appreciate that for what it is. It doesn't have to go further than this.
Dixie Chicks has a song called "Goodbye Earl," where they talk about killing somebody.
And there's a video that goes along with it that literally shows them killing the nigga, wrapping him in tarp and burying him somewhere.
But that song, you can go Google that song today, and it's a classic.
I feel like
hit.
that song did get taken down in some places, but it's also like if you take some shit down 20 years later, and that I think Blake made a point earlier of like, do you put the warning before or after? Because I think a warning of like, hey, we did some shit that don't sit right today. We did it 25, 35, 105 years ago when it was okay to do these things. Watch it with that lens. I prefer that versus, hey, let's just get rid of it.
So yeah, you spoke about cancel culture earlier, and like I don't agree with it at all. Like I don't agree with like censorship or canceling things. I think anything can exist so long as you provide the context for it to exist.
And cancel culture doesn't really even fit into that because cancel culture is, hey, you got arrested for doing some wild shit. And now you're canceled. And it's like, no, you were nasty.
And
like,
my example was Disney with their old cartoons. If you have Disney Plus, you can go back and like watch like Steamboat Willie, or I think Looney Tunes is on there. Looney Tunes might be on HBO Max. But either way, both of these do this where beforehand they'll say like, hey, we recognize things shown in this cartoon are not appropriate, insensitive, rude, and show people in a disrespectful light or whatever, right? And they'll say like, it was wrong then. The people who were hurt by it were hurt by it then. And we are showing it in its entirety now so that there is no question about what these evils were. So here it is. And that's all you have to do. Like whether that be
I agree with that so much more.
Yeah,
like, think they should do that like at the beginning of a song or something. Like just say something really quick.
That's the problem with like with how these issues come up in hip hop and like video games. They get put under a different kind of pressure than movies and TV does. So I don't understand how we're capable of interpreting video games isn't our skin color though. Cause like Australia has
but it seems primarily in hip hop, and I think video games get that flag, but not the same. I don't think it's the same.
You don't remember like the whole entire like the thing with violent video games like that only stopped like probably like 2006 in America, where those stopped being under pressure. Like, remember after Columbine, video games were like the main focus, like, in trying to stop that stuff. Even like when Mortal Kombat first started in the 90s, they tried to get that out of here at the same time they tried to get NWA out of here. And video games had nothing to do with us. It just became a target.
I agree, but I feel like they still tied into each other in some way.
You got to show me that. That don't make any sense. Because why is Australia still like demanding different versions of the games for violence? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it's bigger than us. Like Germany, the EU, like all
primarily white country asking for some nigga shit to be different.
No, I'm talking about video games. They're asking for video games to be different. Yeah. Like Germany, different countries in the EU and Australia all require like different versions of video games due to violence within the games, whether it be violence or sexual content. But whether it be movies or TV over there, it's not the same thing. They have more freedoms than we do in some of those regards. But it just seems that those two mediums are placed under a different level of scrutiny than other things are.
Do you think it's because those things are so clear? Like, hip hop is very understandable and in your face.
Godfather came out in the 70s, and it's been remastered like 8 times. Godfather 2 is like probably my favorite movie of all time.
Sure.
There's mad bodies on that. There's a head inside someone's bed, like covered in blood and shit. Like,
oh yeah, mafia shit gets covered in a completely
Sonny got
different...
gunned down at a toll booth in New Jersey.
But I think movies, like you said, movies are handled in a different way. Like, overall, I just always think this is so
movies are already portrayed as something fiction, like not.
Yeah,
it's
already
portrayed as that though.
But all other music is taken as that.
When I play music at work, that's rap. We have a repair room at work, and if it has cussing in it, you will very often get the like, "Damn, what'd they say?" or "Holy shit." And you can listen to a rock song or like a teenage angsty type song that says "fuck, shit, bitch," whatever it may be, and people are kind of just like, whatever, because they're not really paying attention to what it says. But when it's rap, it's like, oh wow, they very clearly said "suck my dick," and I am uncomfortable by that now. So I've always just kind of thought it was like.
Do you think Stacey's mom really had it going on?
Everybody else thinks Stacey's mom had it going on.
I don't think Stacey's mom had it going on.
You know what's a song that has so much? It's a rap song though, but it's like people love it though. That Macklemore Thrift Shop, he cursed like a motherfucker in that song. And I'm like,
you can play that song anywhere ever, and no one will ever be like, "Yo, like this is inappropriate." But I could play any rap song with cussing, and niggas will be like, "Yo, can you change it?" You listen to some heavy metal shit. They can literally talk about kill your mom in her bed now, eat her body, dump her in the forest, and they'll be like, "Oh, what? I can't really tell what to say." I don't know. It's all theories or whatever.
And you know what they say, man? They don't care what you did; they care about who did it. I've heard people say that. So,
but this still doesn't make sense with the video game part, though. That's what always confuses me. It's like these two things seem to.
When you're third out, brother.
Rap and video games are the two things that they think make white kids violent. But they also did those things. Like rock did have that like personification. Shit, disco had that at one point. Like
jazz had it.
Yeah, if they think
it has to be anything the youth likes, that's it.
Yeah, if it's things that they think are making kids act out, they don't like
that are changing how their kids are moving. I think that's kind of.
And I think rap was very, very clear about their messaging because it's poetry over a beat. So I'm very clearly speaking about like fuck the police, whatever. Like I'm talking about killing some shit, talking about robbing some shit, and it's very clear. And I think this is gonna influence my kid, whether it does or not. Like, but and we can say like I don't think anybody's ever listened to this song and done this or played this video game and done this. But yeah, I don't think that's true. Eminem got the whole fucking Stan song. Clearly somebody like was doing some freaky shit. Like,
no, I know that's not true because I have like guns that I want to buy because I like them on Call of Duty. So I know like people are influenced by games.
That's
like,
true. I've
cars
been
I like because I like them on Forza. Like,
yeah.
If I had money to get one Ferrari, I know which one it would be. Like, just Forza.
And you want just the gun, and somebody wants to do what the gun did.
Yeah, somebody else is like concerned with like, oh, I can really shoot through 3 walls with this.
Right, like, you could tear a shoulder off with this one.
Yeah, this is one shot.
That is the reason I wanted a Desert Eagle for a while. Yeah, take a nigga's top off with that motherfucker.
So I understand, like, yeah, but that same influence could happen from a movie, like, you know, like our TV.
Mm-hmm.
But we're the only worried about from these two mediums.
That debunks what I said about it being clear, because movies are extremely clear about what their messaging is, but we never go like, "Oh, I'm gonna cut a horse's head off and put it in Blake's
The most clear, you could argue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent clarity.
Caught in 4K, if you would.
Yeah, higher than 4K. They just don't have resolutions ready for it
yet. So we gonna move into sports, I guess, off of the nasty.
Yeah.
Oh man, we did kind of skip past on something like TV and media.
What's that?
I just want to say the Demon Slayer movie is coming out in 2 weeks.
Bitch, we talked about it.
I did you bad. Saying, my bad.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Hey, I just wanted to say, man, comes out in 2 weeks. You could buy your tickets online today, and I already got a ticket. I'm seeing it next Friday. Not next Friday, in 2 Fridays from now.
If I can give you some pro strat real quick, you at least in our area, you can rent a movie theater out for a new movie for $149, and you can have 20 people in there.
For
real? We're looking to get rent out a theater for Mortal Kombat. You have 20 people pitching like $5-6. Like, that covers the cost.
You went on the plane. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
I'm talking about we, as in me and the person I share a bank account with.
Pod brothers, and
invite some friends.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Anyway, you can, if you live somewhere where you got friends looking to renting a movie theater, because you can do that for $150, and HBO Max gonna charge you $30. So, or not HBO, Disney Plus gonna charge you $30 to watch some shit. So, look at the movie theater.
Charge for to watch some of the movies. I'm not paying that $30.
Yeah, no, sir.
I'm paying.
You should just sit there.
Proud to pay, man. Shout out Nipsey, man.
Blake got 45 screens in his house, so we know he's gonna pay. He got a movie theater pretty much. Which screen are you looking at when you said that? Yeah, which screen are you looking at? Yeah, all right.
He ain't tipped his head toward us yet. He don't even realize it.
Yeah.
Because that screen's all jittery. The one that the actual screen recording is captured, is showing on, playing on, is smooth.
You got 1 screen, 2 screen, 3 screen, 4. Tasha, Nicole.
What's next?
All right.
Sports.
Personal players of the week.
So
we're gonna try to introduce a new segment where we go over. It can be anything, right? So a player we're fucking with this week, a player who had a great week, one of our favorite players, a throwback player. So Tonio posted a stat about Barry Sanders having a 2,400 yard rushing season in college. It was dumb. It was dumb. So I started thinking about what kind of stats do guys have where we don't really talk about enough? So I'm gonna lead it out, right? I've been against this until Chris Paul was fake traded to the Lakers. I wasn't a huge Chris Paul fan, and ever since he was fake traded to the Lakers, I was like, man, this nigga really the point guard, like they said. So one of the things I've been thinking was, damn, everywhere he goes, people can shit on Chris Paul. Has never been to a conference finals until they missed 27 straight threes against the Warriors.
Damn.
But one of the things I've always thought about is damn, everywhere Chris Paul goes, it's a winner. And it doesn't always seem like winner before. So my stat for the week is about Chris Paul. So he's played for 5 different teams in his career. Before Chris Paul got to the Hornets, they had the season before. This is for the season before for all these teams. Chris Paul went to the Hornets. They had a 22% win percentage. The first season he got there, they went to a 46% win percentage. He went to the Clippers. Before he got there, they had a 39% win percentage, and they went to a 60% win percentage the next season. He went to the Rockets. They had a 67% win percentage. The following season, they had a 79% win percentage. He went to the Thunder, was traded to the Thunder. They had a 59% win percentage. Following season, they had a 61 win percentage. And when I started thinking about this was with the Suns. He went to the Suns. They had a 46% win percentage last season, and they went to 72% this year. They are the number 2 seed in the Western Conference.
That's insane.
Chris Paul, I know he won't catch John Stockton and some of those crazy records, is literally the fucking point god. If he goes to your team, there's a chance you will double your win percentage from the previous year.
Yeah, he's not going to get regardless until he retire.
Yeah, and he's
it's so fucked
36.
up.
Like he's Bron's age.
He's still around.
Yeah, and we don't talk about Chris Paul in the same way we talk about Bron because Bron is Bron. But like taking the team from 39%. Granted, he went there with DeAndre Jordan, DeAndre Jordan was there. Brad Gifford was there. Like we didn't know these niggas. Took them to 60% the following season. Like he is incredible on offense, on defense. He's an incredible player. What'd you say?
As if he would have stayed in New Orleans.
Oh yeah, if he went to stayed in Charlotte. Yeah, no, they didn't. They didn't. He left well before he.
Every city he go to, he fucked the city up. Every city he go to.
But yeah, like it's almost
he fucked the city up. Houston, he fucked the city up.
We've talked about
what's he fucking up?
The hurricanes and the floods and stuff. Every time he go to the city, he fuck it up.
Yeah, he went to LA and they had some wildfires.
Some shit's about to happen in Phoenix soon. Just be prepared.
What happened in Oklahoma City other than Jalen?
I think they had a fucked up weather there too in Oklahoma City. I think a flood happened in OKC too.
But yeah, my player of the week is Chris Paul. Give that man his flowers. He is a difference maker wherever he goes. He's a fucking basketball savant, and he needs to be talked about as such. And we've given him that point god, like jokingly, giving him the point god name. But it's incredible. I don't think there's another player in NBA history who's moved teams like that and been good regardless of where they go.
I feel like Chris Paul's going to be the last like true point guard that we probably going to see for a while.
I totally disagree with that.
I'm gonna try an applause soundbite. Y'all keep going.
Who? I mean, like who?
True point guard? I'm ready for true point guard.
I mean, he's like crazy like little guy.
That's a long ass.
It's a long ass clap.
God damn.
That's a Grammy clap, ain't it?
God damn.
You
get off the stage.
Shut your ass down.
Your voice kind of was like
I think there are definitely true point guards that will come in. LaMelo kind of looks like that.
Yeah, LaMelo's gonna.
You don't got people to pass to, but LaMelo looks like that.
A true point guard.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Chris Paul was scoring 18 to 22 points a game his entire career, so it's not like he wasn't.
Too. He can play defense too.
Yeah, but
Lonzo Ball plays defense.
Lonzo's having a good year this year, though.
Lonzo's having a great year this year, boy.
Hey, Lonzo was like, "Oh, my brother's in the league. He can hit the fusion dance." You can see that on the camera.
That's the one player that came up to like Knicks trade deadline talks, and I was like, "Please let us get him." It was Lonzo.
I'd love to see Lonzo in New York. I'd love to see Lonzo there.
More threes than like a bunch of players you would not think.
I mentioned it on a previous podcast. Go ahead and listen to podcast number 1 if you want to hear about who Lonzo has shot a better 3-point percentage than.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Who got next player of the week? Who got their next player? What up?
I was gonna say Jalen Hurts, man. I think I'm coming along, man.
Talk about it.
A lot of interviews with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has been working every single day. There'll be no days off. Everybody around him talk about him. I think he probably that leader that we've been looking at. Just from what I'm hearing from other players, him keeping in touch with everybody. Jalen Hurts even contacts like defensive players and talk to defensive players on a regular basis. I don't think I've heard Carson Wentz really actually sit there and talk to the other side of the team. I mean, I fuck with Carson Wentz, but I don't get it twisted though. But the leadership skills and just how everybody surrounds around him, want to come around him and gather around him. I think I'm on that train for a second, at least from a leadership standpoint, though.
What changed it for you? I swear you weren't fucking with him.
I just been watching a whole bunch of interviews and stuff, and looking them up and just researching them and stuff. I listened to Adam Schefter podcast when they had him on there.
Unblock me, Adam Schefter.
And just listening to him talk to Jalen Hurts and the questions he was asking him, how he was answering them, was like, the only thing he's literally focused on is getting these W's. He's not worried about what the team is doing. Well, he's worried about what the team's doing, but he's so focused on just getting himself better and the people around him better. I mean, that's the mentality I think we need.
That's crazy. I've never heard analysis like that about a football player getting ready for our next coming season.
Oh my gosh, bitch. Yeah.
All right. Anyway, Shakur, do you have a player of the week? sir.
So when you guys mentioned that earlier, I thought y'all was talking about like sports that are kind of like going on right now.
That's fine.
So I had like Drew Holiday because I know I think
Okay.
one of the last 5 games the Pelicans are like what 4-1 or 5-1 their last like 5-6 games, something like that. And then he's locking up playing first.
He got the
two ball.
bag.
And he got paid, you know?
Yeah, no, yeah. What he signed? What 4 for 160?
140, I think,
or 160.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
listening to how he got that contract, they essentially like since they traded so many assets for him,
Yeah,
the organization was like, "What do you want to make?" And he said, "The max." They gave him a blank check, and he said, "All of the money."
Yeah, like I feel like he's a good second guy for honest because I think he's averaging like 26, 6 and 6. Like they got a cool little. Well, like this like the last month he was or something like that. But he's been hooping. But I know they got a cool little big 3. I won't call it like a super dope big 3, but they got their core 3 with like Middleton, Giannis, and Drew.
I'll keep it real. That's a big 3.
I like that 3.
Like that's a nice 3.
Yeah, no, for sure.
2K.
You got a 3-and-D point guard, a 3-and-D shooting guard, and a fucking anomaly Monstar at center, power forward, small forward. Yeah, that's a big 3.
That is a big 3.
Yeah, you have arguably the best player in the league and 2 of the arguably the best point guard, shooting guard / small forward in the league that you can have. Like
they get rid of the rules or handcuffs. They'd be all right.
Hey, Coach Bud might need to go. He still won't play Giannis more than 31 minutes a game. 30
You can't look at the last playoff and not think he has something to do with it. That was wild.
Yeah, because I feel like their team is good, and we know how good Giannis is. I just kind of want to. Yeah,
Brian is out here playing like 38, 40 minutes.
Yeah, no, that team it was just with those 3, and they had a video come out this week. Giannis makes a quarter billy. The Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday also make a just under a quarter billy. Like that's a high-paid, very talented team that should be doing better than they are.
Get on the fucking
as
floor.
the 3 seed.
You want to sit down?
They got swept by Miami in the playoffs last year, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think they didn't win the game. And we talk about Philly being the best fight for Brooklyn, and it should be Milwaukee. Like they have the best 3 to guard those guys. We just don't know if they can score enough.
They definitely do. Yep, they do.
Yeah.
I want to see Drew Holiday and Kyrie go at it. That would be super fun for a series.
All right. So it's my turn.
Blake, what you got?
My player for the week is a rookie for the Detroit Tigers named Akil Badu.
He sounds like I like him already.
Because he's black.
You know how I feel about black baseball players.
Well, you're right, sir.
Stacking
So this 22-year-old man, his first at bat of his major league career, home run. Next game, hits a grand slam. Next game hits a walk-off triple, and then follows it up in his next appearance with he only had a single in the game after that, but he's off to a tremendous start to his career. It's a really
he's a rookie. You said
he's a rookie. Yeah, really storybook video game shit. I just thought it was a really cool week. I started playing fantasy baseball this year, so I'm starting to pay attention to a lot smaller players and watching more and more games. And I really recommend if you're curious about any sport to just join an ESPN fantasy league for it. And if you have access to the league pass or you do streaming or whatever, just it makes it a lot more interesting and fun to watch games, and you learn a lot more people. It's easier to figure out who's good and why. It's really cool. But yeah, my
I've been trying
to Kill Badu.
Watch some baseball.
Yeah, man.
It's a young pitcher on the Indians I be following.
Tristan McKenzie. I put you on him. Yeah. It's okay.
He's nice. I don't know if Blake put me on. I can't really remember.
I did. It was from Instagram. It's cool though.
But yeah, I've been listening to it, watching his stuff.
Yeah, it's cool.
There was a player, Joe Musgrove. He had the first no hitter for the Padres in their history tonight.
Yeah. Yep, I saw that.
So that's actually
notification.
Do you guys have baseball teams?
I've been trying to watch the Indians a little bit.
The Seattle 60s. Mariners.
All right. All right, Geeky. What about you, Tyrell? What baseball team you like?
I'm a Mariner. I'm a Cardinal fan because my papa was from St.
You're
Louis.
a Rainier fan. Get out of here.
And I was saying, yeah, holla at your boy. I was a Cardinals fan growing up because my papa was from St. Louis, so we watched the Cardinals in the crib. And then as he got more acclimated into the Seattle culture, we became Mariners fans. We went to Mariners games, so that was the vibe. And as I've been a Mariners fan, I've stopped watching baseball because them niggas stink. God,
Bro,
I remember watching baseball a while back. It was like the Mariners would never have hitters. Like they would always have just crazy pitches.
Just one.
Yeah, I thought it was just Felix. Felix is the only one.
Yeah, we kept getting
John
more.
Paxton's good.
He just got hurt beginning to start, and
he can't stay not hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt before he left. Came back, got hurt again. And that time we have like Jamie Moyer. He is straight. But yeah, it's really just been Felix. There's been big name pitchers to come to Seattle that were good in other places, and they come here and stink.
Big name players, period. Adrian Beltran.
Adrian Beltran was great here.
No,
stop that.
Adrian Beltran. What's the man's that came with him? Johnny Sexton.
Richie Sexton. He's terrible. Sexton? But Adrian Beltran was good his whole time here in Seattle.
He was good here, and then left and had another Hall of Fame career. Somehow.
He just played on a better team when he left. That's all that was.
Everybody's a better team
from the Phillies.
What about my man that came from the Yankees, Robinson Cano? Was he good here?
Yes.
He was good?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, like I know
what you're talking about though, Tonio.
Because I went to go see me and Prince went to go see him at the arena. I remember Butter who got us free tickets for that game. I can't think of this damn picture now. It's gonna piss me off. But yeah,
Carpenter? No. I know who you're talking about though, because when I said Eric Bedard in my head, I thought of this guy you're talking about too.
Yeah. What about didn't Cliff Lee come to the Mariners?
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
There we go. Yeah, I remember that.
We went to go see him play in person. I remember watching. It was a
we saw you guys.
It was the guy running to I think he running to home, and Cliff Lee was going to chase after him, and they booed the shit out of him.
You schmid.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Shout out to the Rainiers, man. Classic hat.
Hey, Shakur, what do you got to say about your new coach down at UNC, bro?
We skipped over casting hit, man. I'm just on.
Hey, man, if he ain't good, you know they're not gonna be too kind with him if he ain't having that program looking good. That I don't want to say leash, but he's black, so he's gonna have a target.
Press conference, man. How did he do for you?
That was kind of wild since nobody asked him what his wife was
at all.
But, yeah,
at all.
I know.
I'm trying to look for the full quote.
No, the video's right there in the article. You just click that tweet.
Yeah,
but they can't hear it on the audio. They can't hear the video.
If I play it, they can.
Oh, go ahead, play that.
Can we play it? Then you'll
y'all won't play it though, but they will.
That's fine.
Will that get us taken down?
It stops us from being monetized. It won't get us taken down.
Shooters gonna shoot.
We're not close to being monetized though.
Oh, really? Oh, we finna get a check next week.
It's significant. I know that in terms of division,
if we ever get monetized, do we get paid equally, or do you get paid like 80%? That we got to split up 20 between us three?
How do you think we should be paid if we got monetized today?
How much we get paid today?
No, if we got monetized today, how much do you think everybody should be paid?
I know that.
All right, so there's 4 of us, but you edit and you do more. So let's say 40.
I'm very proud to be African.
What's the math on that? What's the rest?
Yeah, 40, 20, 20, 20.
My wife is white, and I'm very
proud. Does that sound good?
My 3 beautiful,
I guess I don't know.
Kids are a combination.
Well, I'm just saying that was just me being fair.
I have no idea.
What do you got to say about that, Tyrell?
I'm trying to play him talking about his proud white wife.
Sorry, I was watching the video so I could be ready for the fucking bullshit he said. God damn! Every time I watch it, it's so much worse.
That'd be like if I open the podcast, be like, "I'm Blake. I'm proud of my white wife."
bro. Yo, so my nigga said, my nigga was like, I'm the 4th coach at UNC. Period. In any sport that's African American. And off rip, when I hear niggas be like, yeah, I'm African American, I'm proud to be African American, I'm like, I don't really trust you. I don't know what's going on. And then he ended it by saying, I won't say ended it, but I'm very proud that my wife is white. And I'm also very proud that my kids are a little bit of both. Like, how do you answer a question that says, like, how do you feel about being the first black coach in UNC basketball history? UNC basketball is a fucking mainstay, blue blood in this country. And you're like, that don't matter that I'm black. We've had other niggas here, but I married a white woman. Okay? I married a white woman.
There's a clip where it shows like he's getting interviewed by talking to some other guys
before the interview.
Yeah.
And he said the same thing. Like, he practiced. That was in his like write-up. Like, I'm gonna make sure I say that I have a white wife today. Twice. Several times.
You said there's footage. They got the whatever they found Quentin Miller doing the Drake raps. They found that of this.
The reference track. Nah, he was at like a North Carolina specific like TV interview before
like
he did the press conference, and he mentioned he did the same I'm an African American coach, and I think like this percentage of people are African American, and we've had this many African American coaches at UNC specifically. But I am also very proud that my wife is white. Like, the emphasis that he put on it is what killed me.
You know what this sounds like though? Like,
what's up?
So this is
I'm
like
black butt,
huh?
It sounds like I'm black butt.
Nah, not. I don't know. I'm not even sure how to unwrap that. People's like I've heard black people like have a response to the phrase like probably before this last summer. I don't know. I've never heard this after that. The phrase Black Lives Matter of like them having the All Lives Matter response, and not realizing why that's problematic, and not realizing that they weren't nothing was being attacked by the phrase Black Lives Matter. You didn't have to stand up for anything else. This is what that sounds like. What he just did. Like, he thinks him asserting his blackness or him bringing up his blackness is an attack on something else. So he needs to make sure.
Oh, I see what you mean.
He says that he's not against anything else, or he's not have a problem with anything else, or he's not saying that he's better than anything else by saying, "Look at this!" Like how people will do, like, "Oh, I have a black friend." Like, he did that with white people.
Yeah,
he did that.
He's doing the like
your homeboy. Fuck,
what am I looking for? Like, I can't think of it.
Like, look at
he's qualifying and disarming his black.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. He's making sure he didn't just shake the room up by saying that
I'm not here on that. I'm with everybody type shit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
but you don't have to be proud here with everybody. You got to be with everybody.
Being proud of being black is not anti-white.
Exactly.
Which is what he was trying to clear up.
He just offered
it's like thinking like a young person.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't need you to clear that up, my brother. And quite frankly, like, I won't say quite frankly because I'm not about to say it's like white hate, but like, it should be okay to be like, hey, like, they haven't done me right, like they haven't done us right, and the fact that I am at this black ass basketball school that niggas thought was an HBCU because their basketball school is so black, like. Yes, I am happy to be the first black coach here. And if you think it's anti-white, look at the history of it. Like, I shouldn't have to qualify that. Look at the history of this school. There's been 5 white coaches here over time. Who's the best white player to come out of UNC? Like, not that he should say that, not that we need to talk about that, but this is a black-ass basketball school that's been coached by only white men.
Schools are black. Basketball teams are black as fuck.
The Iowa team was tough. They had a lot of white boys. I
said most.
What they win?
They made it. They got a little deep in the tourney. Sweet 16, I think.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was nasty. I don't. As a man with a white wife, I even looked at like, God damn, nigga, what are you doing to us, bro? Like, I married a white woman.
He did make us look away. We took an L this
time. That's who I fuck with, tough. But god damn, nigga, like, what is going on with you? I be black as fuck in a lot of places, and I'm not embarrassed about who I'm with or nothing like that. But I be black in a lot of places, and I use my wife as like a perspective board, but I don't talk about like, yeah, but since I have a white wife, I'm more qualified to be.
You think somebody told him to say that, or that was just straight off initiative?
No,
I think it sounded defensive, dog. It sounded defensive as hell to me.
That's all him, man. That's his inside.
I think that him going to a primarily white institution where there aren't niggas to check what you're saying. No, he said that, and no one had anything else to say. Like, yeah, you should say that.
Like, yeah, sure thing, bud.
Because could you imagine any of us in that room that are like, why would you say that? No, nigga, don't say that.
Like, yo,
that's not necessary to say. First. Yeah, if you say that, niggas are gonna be like, what did you just say?
You say that, I'm not driving you home.
Yeah. Imagine people like LeBron, like, yeah, man, me and my black family, black love, this, that, and the third. He's like, I'm very proud to be married to a white woman. Nah, nigga, like, that was overboard. That was nasty. Didn't like it. Shouldn't have been said.
Keep it a buck though. Like, nobody's gonna care about this shit in a week, and especially like after this shit, like after this week, nobody's gonna care about this shit.
Hey,
I'm like, if he sucks, and
I'm
like,
gonna keep it a buck.
We're gonna make fun of like, hey, the corny black dude.
Once y'all lose,
favorite episode ever.
The corny coach that said he was proud to have a white wife, his ass, he got fired. That's gonna be it.
Yeah,
he's proud of his wife. But I saw his wife look like it. She looked like Thor.
Nah, let UNC lose to Butler, and there's gonna be a whole bunch of his wife photoshopped on the Butler players. Like, I'm very proud of my white wife. I guarantee it.
Oh my god.
Let him lose a Duke. Let him lose a Duke, who is not even like a white school like that no more as far as the basketball team go. We're gonna Photoshop his wife's face onto a bunch of Duke players and be like, look at you. No,
his wife looks like Tim Legler.
Hey, shout out to Duke. That's the nicest campus I've ever been on in my life. My God.
Flex on us, bro.
It's beautiful.
I'm kidding.
He goes brag about being married to John Crook. But whatever.
Hey, what's the nickname for their, like, is it the Cotton Mile or something like that?
Tobacco Road.
Whoa, what?
Tobacco Road. Close enough.
Hey, yo.
What, you think niggas wasn't picking tobacco?
No, he was excellent at that too.
Yeah, what you mean? Like,
name a crop. Hey, I did on. Should I do this?
What?
Oh, yeah. If you gotta ask, you should do it.
If we started doing it,
it was on the outline before, but I think I got rid of it because I was just thinking there's no good way to really include this. But since Tyrell brought it up, we was talking about plantation times. I had a question.
Your question time.
So, do you think, like, back in the days when our people were held in bondage,
come on,
property, on those plantations, do you think like there existed like
fetishes?
Nah, like in our community,
somebody liked it,
like an element like them dudes that you just knew like not to fuck with, like not necessarily from the oppressors, but like I'm saying like
fuck yeah.
Do the street dudes have like ancestors back to those days that they can like?
Yes. 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 Because I think that the street nigga like moniker just comes from like who's the big bad on your block. So it's like there's somebody in God damn, this is gonna sound wild. There's somebody in that like slave camp who like you're looking at their girl, they're fine, and you're like, man, this is a little nigga, bro. Like I can if he got a problem, I can fuck him up, bro. And then there's also a nigga like Blake who's like, God, how did this nigga be born like that? How is he so big? Who like, if you look at his chick, you're like, damn, if I go say something to her, he's gonna fuck me up.
Is it worth it?
Yeah. Like you size animals, people, period. You size people up. So if you look at some like scrawny, not good at their job, like not really providing the way they should, you're not a God damn.
He ain't picking as much cotton as everybody else.
Yeah, you're not picking the cotton that gets you the big
bags, little as hell.
Shack. Yeah.
That makes sense. I didn't think about like the physical attributes, like being
somebody's testing you. And then there's the fucking John Henry who is like, oh my God.
No, so my thinking of like, because nowadays it might not be someone who's like big and strong and like that. It just might be someone who you know is like about it or willing to go there. Like we have it like in rap, like it's like just people that their lyrics aren't just but hypothetically the lyrics aren't just lyrics. Like if something was to happen, you wouldn't be surprised if it was them. Like no one was surprised when King Von went 1-13. Like so, did that type of person exist then? Yo.
All right, man.
I think that person did exist. I 100% believe that person.
I think it was literally a slave right there that was just really with the shits.
Bussy pops.
Shakur said this.
Now, I tell you what. I like you.
No, that shit says the bussy pops.
Now we can do this. I tell you what. Do it the hard. I like you. And I want yours. Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way. The choice is yours.
I'm trying to figure out what site Shakur was on to find bussy pops.
Dude, I'm on Twitter.
Oh my god!
Somebody said these ones look like the Dollar Tree. I don't know why they shaped like that, and they look like anal. That's what they look like.
What?
That's a bussy pop.
Get the fuck out of here!
Is it actually like a frozen treat, or is that like?
That gotta be it. Like it's Shakur finna Google it.
Y'all remember like the It's a Kadoozy that came out like around Tarzan time?
Yep.
That sounds familiar.
Low key, you look at the shape of it. You could have done the same thing.
All right. So Blake wanted us to talk about RJ Barrett being left off the ESPN 25 under 25.
Yeah, we at 2:30, so we can skip or skim through however fast y'all want, or talk about these if you want to.
Yeah, we can go through the list on next week's episode.
Yeah, we've been talking that long. God damn.
But Blake, can you tell me who you think should have been on the 25, or who should have been off of this to put RJ Barrett onto it?
Sure. Hold on. Let me load this up real quick.
I got pulled up too.
Tyrese Halliburton, I would definitely take off.
That's what the Knicks person. Yeah, he was like a New York media person, but he worked for ESPN. He said Tyrese Halliburton should came off. I would take off Jared Allen.
Colin Sexton can come off.
I would take off Colin Sexton as well. Yeah, though Jared Allen and Colin Sexton, I would take those two off. I actually like Tyrese Halliburton, but the thing is he's 21, so I could see why he would come off there. I don't know about Bridges as much.
Mikal Bridges is fucking nice. He's nice. He is like the 3-and-D guy.
He's at 52 and 40.
It's kind of embarrassing how much Zach Lowe and crew like to talk about his wingspan, but he is incredibly long. Like his wingspan is dumb, which is funny because Philly drafted him and traded him for Zaire Smith, who I don't think has played more than 10 games for Philly. And Mikal Bridges' mom works for the team, and they're from Philly, and they probably should have kept him. And
I'm gonna take Donovan Mitchell off here. Every time I see him on the TV, he's getting sun.
So you Donovan Mitchell might be capped.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Go ahead, Shakur. What are you about to say?
Like that?
Not really.
I think he's going down the path of being the next Paul George, though. But
he looks. I think he's a Westbrook, but not as nice.
No, I mean like being the source, the bridesmaid, the source. Of
didn't his team get Westbrook's team out here in the playoffs 2 years ago?
Yeah, he plays just like Westbrook though.
But
it doesn't matter. Like that, I'm not talking about them versus them. I'm talking about that type of player where the first 3-4 years, it's like, wow, this motherfucker is an athlete. He's doing all the right things, and then all of a sudden, we hate him.
Westbrook, nice as fuck.
I never hated Westbrook. Yeah. Like that.
I'm not talking about me, you, and him. I'm talking about how the media talks about Russell Westbrook.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think then, like, they were always trying to put KD and Westbrook against each other. That played a big part into that.
Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell literally just beefs all offseason, whether they beefed or not.
Yeah, but that's not KD and.
Yeah, nobody else is KD. Like, KD is KD. Yeah.
I will also
either
say
way,
Anthony Edwards cannot be on this list if RJ Barrett's not on this list. No cap.
I could see the vision. One of them was a number one overall pick this past year.
Let's talk about what they've done.
LaMelo shouldn't have been number 3. Yeah, like that.
No, dude, the list is bullshit, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's why we'll get into the list on another episode because that's half an episode right there.
Yeah, because he's not better than.
Do y'all see who's number 1?
No.
I have no argument with number one.
Yeah, no, 1 and 2 are fine to me.
Give me Jason Tatum, bro.
I think Jason Tatum would be. Yeah, he could be 2 or 3.
All right. Have y'all seen this Alexei
Kushevsky
for the Thunder? Yeah.
He's been hooping.
Like these last 5 games, his numbers on the season are but he's the youngest player in the NBA. He is a 7 foot tall, like Kevin Durant clone offensively. But yeah, he came in the league.
He looks like it.
7 foot, 190 pounds. That's an absurd combination of numbers.
God damn, that's ridiculous.
He looks like it.
Yeah. He's built.
It's crazy if it's players like that you be patient with, them motherfuckers are turning out to be crazy. So Giannis is a perfect example. I think I was listening to a podcast that was talking about how the Jason Kidd had Giannis go talk to John Stockton and chill with him for a second, and he ended up playing point guard a little bit, which helped develop him into start having playmaking skills and things like that, which helped his where it's like a solid part of his game today. But
I don't think
shit like that with players like that, you can make them out to be freaks.
I don't think anybody started like this far on the bad end, like physically though. Like 190 is hella light for 7 feet
pencil,
tall.
But
yeah.
But he's had a week. He put up some real good numbers this last week. The last 5
Have
games.
you watched him?
Have I? Just highlights. Reddit loves this dude, so he shows up on there a lot. 18.6 points, 5.2 boards, 2.8 assists, 45% from the floor, 46% from deep, 63% from the line. But who the fuck cares about free throws? It's not real.
How many minutes he playing?
He's playing more now because they're god awful. But this over the season, it's not much. It's just gone up every month. He's like literally improved every month. There's someone to keep an eye on because I mean he's a long way away from being like a name that you need to really worry about. It's just youngest player in the league having a good week.
We can probably push some of this stuff back to the next episode, but one thing we can't push. Paul Pierce was fired this week.
Oh my gosh.
And if you've ever met me, talked to me, followed me, or done anything with me, I fucking hate this nigga. I hate Paul Pierce with every ounce of me. I hate Paul Pierce so much that I don't fuck with niggas named Paul. I hate Paul George. I hate Paul Johnson.
Cap. It's impossible.
I hate every Paul that ever existed. The only thing that irks me about the fact that Paul Pierce was fired was he was fired for some basic shit. Like, you can't be on Instagram Live with strippers?
Yeah, he got fired for
at
not
all?
being an incel.
For not being an incel?
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts that they fired him for, like, doing what we all talk about that every athlete does. And we know that everybody that works at ESPN be in strip clubs or does whatever. Like, we know y'all motherfuckers be doing that. Brian Windhorst was a cuck 3 months ago.
Definitely.
But fuck Paul Pierce forever. I hope this nigga never works again. I don't want to ever see his face on TV. I hope he lives on Skid Row for the rest of his life. I hate this nigga, bro. God damn.
Sounding real
Paul Pierce. I'm sounding anti-Paul Pierce, bro. Fuck that nigga. How do you doo-doo on yourself in the middle of a game and then be like, yeah, I broke my fucking leg, and then come back out and give a nigga a triple-double? Fuck Paul Pierce, bro.
All right, so...
But fuck Paul Pierce.
Nah, I can't celebrate a black man losing his job, especially if he ain't breaking the law or harming nobody. But
that's why it's torn for me.
Blunt with ass in his face.
That's why it's torn for me, because he's doing something that I think we should all be able to do.
Like
I think
they wasn't even naked either. That's the thing, though. Like, they didn't like show anything.
That's the qualifier.
I'm telling you, the thing that did it was when somebody in the comments said, "Where's Rachel Nichols at?" They were like, "You know what? Get this nigga out of here."
I don't think that's
niggas is freaky.
I think it's just anything like that can put the company you work for in a bad light.
It's Disney.
Be terms for termination. Like that's it.
Yeah, no, like he knows better. Whatever, he don't care.
Yeah, he's gonna end up at some place that's not gonna fire him for that. That's all it's gonna be.
I hope they fire him for just being musty. Like, he don't look like he smell right. His hairline looked bad. His hair looks shitty. His beard is trash. He wasn't all that good at basketball. He was Carmelo but fatter.
Kobe, huh?
Who?
Huh?
He did what?
You said who?
Anyway, what's the next thing on the list?
Mm-hmm.
Dress code? No, I'm joking.
Now, if it all depends if you want to talk about it or not, because two-folded.
Hey, man.
Y'all look at these pictures, though. This is wild.
Let's talk.
Shout out to the strippers.
Touch on Sam Darnold real quick. They flipped Sam Darnold. They got him out of New York. He's a Blake Panther at the moment.
Nope.
What did they trade him for?
Like a 6th-round pick or something like that.
A 6th this year,
and a second and a fourth next year.
And a second and a fourth this year.
No, second and fourth next year.
That's Josh Rosen prices.
Yeah, weapons over there now.
No, yeah, he got some weapons.
Back with Robbie Anderson too.
Mm-hmm. He got Robbie Anderson. Curtis Samuel's still there. Christian McCaffrey's going to be back this year.
He's going to change the draft. That's about to change the draft too. I think. I feel like I thought they were going to probably draft the quarterback.
I wouldn't rule it out. Sam Darnold ain't like a proven.
I don't think they're going to draft the quarterback.
And they literally didn't give up anything to get him.
I couldn't go on linebacker or something. They'll probably just take best player available.
So, I don't like y'all use Reddit sparingly and all that. They back when Sam Darnold was at USC, the fans of him there made a subreddit that is in parody of what used to be the one for 45, the Donald. It's called the Darnold.
The Darnold.
And it's pretty funny. But earlier this week, someone on here had a tweet from Robbie Anderson back in the day. They said he's now reunited with the Secretary of Education, and I'm trying to find the tweet because it was super funny. Oh, here it is. oh God. Never mind. Sorry, I'm fucking this up. God damn.
Oh no.
I'm gonna find it.
Well, yeah, I won't rule out Carolina taking a quarterback because I don't think they have a QB competition. Which, if you have a QB competition, you should probably think about taking a quarterback because that means you don't have one. Sam Darnold hasn't been good. I think Sam Darnold has been decent and can do better outside of the Jets, but he still has like a 1-for-1 touchdown to interception ratio. So you should probably still think about a quarterback. Like he has, I think, 37 touchdowns to 35 interceptions or something like that. Like you should still think about taking a quarterback.
It's that bad.
Okay, never mind. If you just go on here and type in like secretary, it'll show a lot of tweets from Robbie Anderson. And I had no idea that he tweeted like this. I guess back in March 11th, 2019, he said, "I like when the Suns stay out later." He's talking about daylight savings.
He's just tweeting. He's one of us.
He said he tweeted to AB. He said, "You better pray I never get at safety."
Hey, Robbie Anderson tweets like gunplay because he looks like gunplay, and we're gonna have a deep dive on gunplay one day. Well, not today. Shakur, don't say anything. We're gonna talk about gunplay one day. But he tweets like gunplay.
But shout out to Robbie Anderson. Shout out to Sam Darnold. Hope y'all have middling success.
They're like a graduation hat.
Yeah, maybe you make these 2 free wins for the Saints a little bit.
They against y'all? Yeah. Oh, fuck around and upset y'all.
No.
I can't wait to see that.
Oh, Christian McCaffrey is going to be back, though.
Three touchdowns.
Hopefully.
They're going to be decent.
When y'all drafted McCaffrey, if you pick 30 and he's still on the board, you taking him?
I'm taking him.
Yes. I'll low-key be surprised if he don't go 1 again.
You think so?
I don't think he go 1 because he burned.
Who else you taking 1? Wait, who else you taking 1?
Because the quarterback they're going to be doing everything is going to be him.
Ain't nobody taking Derrick Henry 1.
Why not?
Ain't nobody taking Derrick Henry 1.
I can't see him doing this another year like that.
I can see him doing it another year. I just don't think nobody taking him 1.
I'm taking him 1. I'm trusting Derrick Henry over McCaffrey right now.
I picked him last year, though. My team was shit, but he was just fucking shit up the whole time. Now.
Yeah, the 1-on-1.
Oh yeah, I played him in DraftKings. I would pick him like every week in DraftKings. I probably won like $300 off of him alone. Like, but it was like $20 buy-ins of like a hell of people. I know I got more money off him.
Oh, tonight?
Not Shakur getting on the phone halfway through the pod.
Oh, I thought he was talking to me. Yeah, meet your mic, bitch.
Yeah, just send me the address. I'll pull up.
Oh my god. All right. So I'm gonna drop a stat real quick. Jason Tatum dropped a career high in overtime against the Wolves tonight. He put up 53 and 10. Nice little line from Devontae Jr.
Tomorrow's his birthday too. He just called me.
Oh, that's the boy. Yeah,
he's having some tomorrow. I'll hit you up. I'll text you this shit.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna get out of here for tonight. We can get the rest of these topics next week. You know, this has been episode 4 of Critically Unfocused podcast. Anybody got any closing words for us?
R.I.P. Earl Simmons, man. Your inspiration
Yes,
to me
sir.
will not be forgotten. And call the people you care about, man.
Tap in.
Yep. All right.
Love you, boys.
Later. Bye.
Peace.